Hello there, Wargamers. This is Luca from MiniWarGaming.com. Today I am joined by Matt up from Illinois, and we are going to be playing a 2,000-point game of Warhammer 40k. It's the Lamenters up against some Sawtech Necrons. And in the MiniWarGaming Vault, we have a classic matchup. Arch enemies, the Necrons and Craft World Eldar are going head-to-head in a 2,000-point battle report. If you want to check it out, click the link down below.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Taking a look at the Necrons first, it will be a battalion detachment. We're going to be running the Sawtech dynasty today. Leading the Sawtech Necrons in a battle will be a Catacomb command barge with a Warlord, an Overlord. Who is the Warlord? The Warlord trait will be Enduring Will, and because it is an Overlord, it must be the Warlord. Now, second in command, we have a Royal Warden. We spent a command point on Rarefied Nobility, making this one a Thrall of the Silent King, increasing the range of his auras. We also have a Technomancer with the Canoptic Cloak, so it can zip around the battlefield a lot faster, and I do like to try and fit Staff of Lights into my army. So we spent a command point on Dynastic Heirlooms, giving it the Voltaic Staff, a much more powerful Staff of Light. Of course, we need troops. We have 3 of them here. 2 units of Immortals, one will have Gauss Blasters, and one will have Tesla Carbines. And then 20 Necron Warriors with Ghost Reapers. We did load up on elites today. We have 5 elite choices, 3 units of 5 flayed ones, just to try to perform actions and get me some secondary points. We have a unit of Lich Guard, 10 of them, acting as a bodyguard for the Overlord. They will have Hyperphase Swords and Dispersion Shields. And lastly, a Triarch Stalker to offer some heavy fire support. A twin heavy Gauss cannon on that Stalker, just playing with what's modeled there. And lastly, 2 units of Canoptic Wraiths with their basic claw loadout. I haven't used these guys in a long time, and I wanted to throw them on the table. That is it for the Necrons. Let's go take a look at the Lamenters.
So for the Lamenters, we'll start out with my Warlord, who has the Gift of Foresight and the Armor Indomitus. He's armed with a Combi Plasma and a Relic Blade. Standing next to him, I have my Sanguinary Priest, and standing next to him, we have my Primaris Chaplain. My HQ will be leading my 3 troops choices. I have a 10-man squad of Primaris Intercessors with bolt rifles, and then 2 identical 5-man squads of Tactical Marines with the Sergeants with their Chainsword and Stormbolter, and then 1 plasma gun in each squad. The Primaris Intercessors will be floating around the battlefield in their Primaris Repulsor, which I've got with Onslaught Gatling Cannon, Twin Heavy Bolter, and then as many guns as I can physically fit on it. Tactical Marine squads will be in 2 identical Razorbacks with Twin Assault Cannons and Stormbolters. On 2 elites, I have a 5-man squad of Primaris Death Company, who will be running around with my Chaplain in their own specially painted Primaris Death Company battle bus with a Primaris Impulsor. For fast attack, I have a Primaris Outrider squad, and then a 6-man Space Marine Biker squad with an attached attack light with Multi-Melter.
The mission today is Grand Tournament Strike Force Vital Intelligence. The deployment map includes 6 objective markers, and the battlefield uses diagonal measurements. 4 objective markers run along the center of the battlefield, with the last 2 running 18 inches from the center of the battlefield in each enemy deployment zone. Mission special rules include data terminals. It states, the objective markers in this mission represent data terminals. In this mission, if you control an objective marker at the end of your command phase, it remains under your control unless your opponent controls it at the end of any subsequent phase, even if you have no models within range of it. The primary objective in this mission is Domination, which is progressive. It states, at the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each of the following conditions they satisfy, for a maximum of 15 victory points. They control 2 or more objective markers. They control 3 or more objective markers. They control more objective markers than their opponent controls. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. The secondary objective in this mission is Data Intercept, which is a progressive action. It states, each time a unit from your army successfully completes the following action, you score a number of victory points equal to the number of objective markers you currently control. 1 unit from your army can start to perform this action at the end of your movement phase, if it is within range of an objective marker, and no enemy units, excluding aircraft, are within range of that objective marker. The action is completed at the end of your next command phase, so long as the unit performing it is still within range of the same objective marker.
Now, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this battlefield. Matt and I set up a Imperial facility built around uncovered Necron architecture, and Mechanicum is here exploring and experimenting and gathering information. You know, the Necrons caught wind of this, and they are here in force to reclaim this world. Obviously, it was theirs many years ago. And what we have here is a Gale Force 9 mat. If you're curious where this mat's from, that's where it is. It's actually double-sided, so it has a nice, lush, like autumn vibe on the other side. Very big fan of that one. The objective mats we're using are from MiniWarGaming. Death Ray designs are a lot of the little Necron terrains here. Again, these are just here to represent the terminals and all that good stuff. These are Games Workshop kits that are all painted up, and these are from Greenleaf Terrain, carved up by Adam, painted up for a campaign in days past. And then just some other Games Workshop kits in the form of Sector Mechanica stuff and spacey cans. Well, space cans, I guess, technically, ain't no sea in space. But the idea here is the Imperium is trying to grab whatever data they can from the terminals or collect any data they can before this goes south fast and before everything gets destroyed or we, the Necrons, overwhelm them and take back the information, because this is vital information that the Imperium could benefit from greatly. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and deploy our forces. We're going to pick attacker defender. We're going to show you what it looks like here in but a second. And voila, just like that, we are now done deploying. I was the defender. I chose this deployment zone. And then for my deployments, I have Immortals on my far left flank. No character support, by the way, over here for protocols. Triarch Stalker, Wraiths. And then in the middle, we have our Overlord. We got Lich Guard. We have our 2 characters, Royal Warden, and our Technomancer. Immortals with Tesla. And we have Warriors and Wraiths. I should note we are playing on the minimum recommended table size, even though the mat itself is larger than it. You can see that it's kind of squared off and deployed at the edge in a lot of cases there. And the same is true for Matt on the other side. What do we have for deployment on your side? What do we got over here?
So over here back yonder we have my Primaris Outriders. And we've got a Dreadnought, which we forgot to mention in the Army showcase, but he is here and he's got a Twin Las Cannon and a Dreadnought power weapon with Stormbolter. Yeah. I've got my Death Company riding around in their battle bus. I've got my 2 Razorbacks here, and I've got my Sanguinary Priest riding with the Tactical Squad in this one, and then my Warlord riding with the other Tactical Squad in this one. I have my other bikes over here trying to hide from the 10 million shots that are going to come their way, and then my repulsors here with my
intercessors.
Intercessors, yes.
Yeah, just kind of holding back over there. And nothing is in reserve.
No, everybody's on the table.
Everyone's on the table. For myself, I do have my flayed ones hiding out in their little pocket dimension, ready to pop up. Talking about secondaries now, the reason I have the flayed ones, I do want to try and go for Retrieve Octarius data. That is one where you have to try and scan table quarters, which is always easy enough to do, well, easy-ish enough to do, especially with flayed ones. They're only 65 points, a little infantry unit. I also went with Treasures of the Aeons, which Matt will have to pick out here in a moment. This is one that's never really failed me in the past. I'm just going to keep taking it with massive infantry blobs until it does fail me. And finally, I went with Data Intercept, which is the objective-specific one. And now for the Lamenters, what do we go with for secondaries?
So for the Lamenters, I'm going with Blade of Sanguinius for my first secondary, then Stranglehold, and then Data Intercept. Blade of Sanguinius, I've nominated his enemy Warlord, and I get 5 points if the Warlord dies, another 5 points if I kill it in melee, and then another 5 points as if my Warlord who deals the final blow.
Yeah, so I got to keep my Warlord kind of going. She does have Enduring Will, reduces the damage she takes by 1, but that does not mean she is immortal, so I do have to be a little more careful. Wow, I always want to be careful with my Warlord, but I always get a little, I miss that towards the end of the game. I get a little too impetuous with them, and they're, you know, the Necron Overlord is all about just honor duels and killing things, so I'll probably have a hard time resisting fighting your Warlord, so we'll see when that comes up, just for the fun of it all. And that should be it. We are about to roll off to see who must go first, but go ahead and pick any 3 objectives on the table here, Matt, and those are my Treasures of the Aeons. I have to really focus on scoring those objectives. I assume you're not going to pick this one.
No.
Fair.
So for Treasures of the Aeons, I will go with this one back here.
Makes sense.
This one and then that one over there.
Those 2 over there? Gotcha. Yes. Okay, so those are the ones, yeah, because
I to draw you to that side of the table.
Where all your firepower is, yeah. So I got to try and grab some points on them as much as I can, and I'm just, they're going to have to weather the fire. That's pretty much it for them, and try and get me as many points as possible throughout this game. And, well, heck, that's it. Let's go ahead and see who must go first in this Eternal War mission. Rolling that D6. High roll must go first. Ooh, that's a reroll. I got excited with the 5, too. I got 4. 4!
I also got a 4.
All right, Matt, come on. A 6.
A 1.
Well, I must go first with the Necrons. This is okay. I just want to get into position and secure my spot in the middle. It'll be Necrons, turn 1. Oh, command points. I was down to 10 because of rarefied nobility and dynastic heirlooms, but I'm going to gain an additional one in my command phase. Did forget to note a couple things for Matt here. He did spend 3 command points at the beginning of the game.
So the 3 command points I've spent so far before we even started the game are to give 3 of my vehicles Lucifer and pattern engines. These basically allow them to, instead of rolling for advancing, they just automatically advance 6 inches, and I've given that to the 2 Razorbacks and then to my Impulsor.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I didn't even see the Impulsor over there. I was looking at just the repulsor. Sorry, not the Impulse. I was looking at the Repulsor. I'm like, wait a second. I thought, yeah, you specifically didn't spend it on this one because you're probably not going to be advancing it all that much.
No, because it's going to be wiggling through all of the terrain. So
exactly. So
and hopefully providing a little bit of firepower to all of the warriors that are coming marching towards us.
These 3 Blood Angel vehicles will be able to automatically advance 6 when it comes to that, if they choose to do that. On to my turn proper, my command protocol for the first turn. It's going to be Protocol of the Sudden Storm. I'm going to go to the first directive there, not the second one. Even though the second one would be quite useful in a lot of regards here. So we are going to... This guy is within 6 of them. So the only things, they're not going to receive any protocols this turn, and the raids won't receive anything either, but they don't really need it. It's just mostly the warriors and the core of my army over here. The Necron Overlord is going to do my will be done on the Necron warriors over here. Just in case, on the command barge, it's a little bit bigger range, larger range. The Royal Warden has no targets for their ability. That should conclude my command phase here. I have no scoring right away because we are not quite there yet. That's the second turn. We're going to go on a movement where... I'm going to start with these warriors. They're within 6 of Relentless March there, 6 across the building there. And they are going to move 5 normally, +1 for the Royal Warden, +1 for Sudden Storm. So they're going to move up to 7. We're going to advance them. Advancing an extra 3. So they go up to 10 inches. Boom. They're going to go put their shoulders up against the wall of this complex entrance here. It's got a big fancy door on this side. I guess on the other side as well. If anyone's curious, we're playing it as an obstacle, so we'll provide cover for the relevant keywords if they're within 3 of it. Only the 2 ranks of them are, though. And that will help them mitigate some of the damage. And we're also playing these as cover as well, just obstacles, basic obstacles. No other fancy rules on top of them. And just to give the objective some place of cover as well for the infantry. Let's move on to these raids. They're not near a command protocol, so they're going to go 12 plus an advance roll of 6, up to 18. Heck yeah. Just utilize that to go very aggressively in this direction. And grab as many objectives as we well possibly can. That's where they're going to end up. They actually might be able to benefit from the dense walls there. And kind of trying to secure these objectives as best we can, but we're gonna have to get the character support kind of around this area. We're gonna see where the Lich Guard end up going. Though, yes, the Lich Guard, yeah, the Lich Guard. I'm gonna go an extra 1. Well, okay. They get +2 to the move because Sudden Storm and the March, so I'm gonna go up to 8. We are going to have you. Should be okay there because they just have to be within 12 to benefit from the order there. And we're going to advance the Royal Warden an extra 3 inches. So he moves 9 or 10 because of Sudden Storm. This is breachable, so we're going to go with you over here because I do want to extend that command protocol aura. And then he's got Thrall of the Silent King, so his adaptive strategy is a longer range. We are going to move you. We're not going to advance you because we want to perform an action. You're going to end up moving over there. We'll touch the train just a little bit. The objective just a little bit. And then we are going to move these Immortals. Ending up in that position, staying 6 inches away from the other table edge, table quarters nearby them. I'm going to go ahead and say it now before I forget to announce it later on camera, though. The Technomancer is going to perform data intercept on this objective. So the way this works is, this is the secondary that both players here have, Matt and myself. You're going to gain victory points equal to the amount of objectives you control, but the action completes at the end of my following command phase. So not until after Matt's turn will I see how many points I actually get from that. But currently I'm on 1, 2, 3 objectives. I'm going to try and bully my way onto a couple more. I would have liked them to roll higher in their advance. And in hindsight, I should have re-rolled it. thinking about that, but it's too late for that. That's okay. I'll survive. I do have other things the Rays could just get there if I need them to, because they move 12. And no command pro. Yeah, no one could have gotten near them for the command protocol and Southern Storm, but we should be okay. So they're going to perform that after those units finish moving, but we're about to go ahead and move them now. If I didn't say it, the Immortals here are going to perform Retrieve Octarius data for this table quarter, because they have nothing to fire at this turn now anyways, and they're going to be the ones mainly doing data intercept, because I don't think anything's going to overly threaten them. Retrieve Octarius data will finish at the end of my turn here. Now, if anyone's curious, you get points equal to the amount of table quarters that you retrieve the data from. I chose that one because I went with the Flayed One build, and it seemed fitting for the idea of the mission we're playing today. Now, these Immortals are going to wait until these Rays move. The Rays are going to advance an extra 4, so they go up to 16. One of them is able to make it there. And then these Immortals, who only move 5 right now, are going to go ahead and have to advance as well. If they're going to go up to 9, they're just going to go stand on this objective. We're going to end up in that position. This Stalker could advance. I'm not going to bother, though. I have no good shots with it right now. I can't see the Outriders. I can't see the Dreadnoughts. I can't see the Razorbacks over there. So we're going to wait for them to poke their ugly heads out, which they will at some point, I assume. We'll go ahead and advance you for now. Oh, 1. Sure. Okay. We're just going to move you to about here. Boop, boop, boop. We're actually going to take that back because that Impulsor hides incredibly well on this table, or at least in that very specific section. I can see the Impulsor from here. That's less than my regular move. I didn't need to advance, so I'm not going to bother advancing it. And that's pretty much the only thing I'll be firing all turn. So we'll see what those heavy Gauss cannons can do. I'm going to go ahead and use a stratagem here just for the sake of using it. We'll see if it matters. It's the Judgment of the Triarch. I'm having a hard time. I got dice in my hand. There we go, down to 10. It'll give my Stalker +1 to hit. Because of the ruined wall over there, I obviously can't see every part of that model with this here, so it'll be -1 to hit. That's what the that's what the strat's for. So we hit on 3. Well, it gives me 1 extra hit. I'll take it. Heck, I'll take it. These wound on, these are strength 7, so it should be 4s.
Yep.
1 wounding hit. AP good, but we do have a shield dome.
Yes, so
on
this,
the Impulsor.
this gives it a 5+ invulnerable save.
Oh, it's only 5+.
Yes.
Okay, well, I thought it was 4 up. But 5 up is still good enough. So 1d6 roll for a 5 up. Looking for a 5. Oh, it does go through the shield dome. It's only D3 damage though. So it does, it does 3 damage. I'll take it. That's all I've got, folks. I don't typically bring a whole lot of shooting with, this is my favorite Necron build. I like melee more than anything. Kind of like very slow grinding. Lots of warriors, lots of immortal. Well, typically lots of warriors and scarabs. In this case, neither of them. But instead of scarabs, I brought raids. So 8 remaining wounds on the Impulsor. And that's, heck, I got no charging, no fighting, there's no morale to do, so we're done our turn here. But I am on the 4 middle objectives, and at the end of my turn, because these are treasures of the Aeons, I'm going to gain 3 victory points for holding both of them. It's 5 if I hold all 3. I am going to complete Retrieve Octarius data for this table quarter, and that is it. The other objective I have is Data Intercept, which we will resolve in my next command phase. Up to 10 command points for the Lamenters.
So first move, we're going to move this Impulsor. It's going to go 14 inches. Boom.
It's going to plug that gap there.
Yes, we're going to try to wall this off.
And, well, you will succeed. Let me say that.
So and then after the transport move, we're using the assault move, so the Death Company hop out with the Chaplain.
And then they're going to end up behind the stairs over there. And then we went right to the movement phase because there's nothing really to do in the command phase. We're in the Devastator Doctrine for the Lamenters here. That moves there.
So next, we're going to move the Dreadnought up. He's going to advance up these stairs.
Boop, boop, boop.
He's going to wind up there.
Not advancing, but just moving.
Yes.
Just so he can fire his Twin Las and Stormbolter.
So the Outriders are going to move 14 inches. They're going to try to clear this gap. Nope.
Yeah, you can't quite go behind the building, but you can go up to the building.
Yes. So the Outriders, we can't go back here because that's the edge of the table, so we're going to go here instead.
And then next up, the other bikes. Is the attack bike a part of their unit?
Yes.
Okay. Well, these bikes are going to move up and around this crane. So the bikes end up aggressively moving towards the Raids. This Repulsor shoving up forward, not disembarking the Intercessors for now, just getting in a position to light up some warriors, I am assuming.
Yes.
We're disembarking one of the Razorbacks.
So this is the Warlord one. These guys, this is one of my tactical squads. So the Sergeant has Stormbolter and Chainsword, and then a plasma gun in each squad.
They're disembarking behind the Repulsor.
Yes.
Razorback's going to move up behind that wall and get some dense cover going for it. Boop. Disembarking the other Razorback.
So So they can hold this objective.
This Razorback.
I'm going to use my overcharged engines to wind up here.
Boom. So that's an 18-inch move. He's going to go up and around and end up right here.
Yes.
No space magic. We're on to shooting. What is the plan?
So, first things first, I'm going to have the Impulsor fire its twin Stormbolters and Iron Hail Heavy Stubber at these guys.
My raids, it did not advance. It just moves faster. It moves
Yes.
14 inches on its own. So let's see if we can weather this firepower. We are T5 on raids, I believe.
Yes. So Iron Hail Heavy Stubbers are green, so these are Strength 4, AP minus 1, D1, and then gray is Stormbolters, which are Strength 4, AP nothing.
Yeah, no AP on them, yeah.
So hitting on
Not a bad shot, only like one miss.
Yes.
These all wound on 5s though,
Yes.
because, well, the raids. The green ones will be forcing my 4-up, and the gray ones are regular saves. This one was not part of it yet. 4 Stormbolter wounds and 1 Stubber wound. So the Stubber wound's a 4-up because of Wraith form. Ooh, it goes right through. And then 3-ups because they have a regular 3-up save. So we take 2 damage on the raids so far.
Do each other.
They have 3 wounds apiece. We're gonna put you down to 1 after that thing's firing. What's next, Matt?
So next we're going to have this Dreadnought.
Who's he firing at?
So we're going to continue to shoot at these rays.
Ah, excellent. You want to start with the Stormbolter first this time?
Yes.
Plink off that last wound. He's within 12. He's gonna rapid fire. And then we're going to apply the, we can roll them all at the same time. I'm just going to apply the Stormbolter hits first, because it makes sense.
So then 2 white dice or las cannons hitting on 3s. Boop.
Okay, so we got 2 Stormbolter hits and 1 las cannon hit. And, well, they wound on 5s and 3s.
Yes.
And we got, oh, we got the las cannon wound. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And we roll a 4. Wraith form. We just phase out of existence, ignore it.
So the Outriders will engage the, what are they?
Those are immortals.
Yes, so the
those are my
Outriders-
more elite warriors.
Outriders engaging Immortals.
Alrighty. No negatives to hit here because you can draw points to every part of a certain model. This is the only thing that would be providing dents. So I will have a couple guys behind cover though. This and that and that. And they are hitting on 3s. T5 on an immortal. 5s to wound. We have 2 of them. That AP1 because they're bolt rifles. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna do one at a time on the guy behind the obstacle there. He's okay, and he is okay because he's got a 2-up save and cover. And then, oh, we got lots of bullets over here.
Yes. So bikes are going to engage these guys.
Everything into the rays. Now I have to like look at the dense cover here, and actually no, some of them are within 3. You know what? Pfft, no -1 to hit. It's too much work. Like maybe that one model back there would be -1 to hit. I don't care about the bolt guns though. So like everything's sitting on 3s. Start with the multi-melta. We have
Nothing.
Snake Eyes. Would you like to command point one of those or?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. No reroll. We're just gonna move on to the many bolter rounds. Hitting on trees. And wounding on?
5s.
Yeah. No armor penetration on these yet, so this is a 3-up save for the raids. We are going to take 2 damage. 1 wound left on a wraith. Wound remaining over here. Some taking up some fire. And we have a couple of vehicles to resolve still. We're gonna fire that Razorback now. The Stormbolter and the twin assault cannons will be firing into the rays. Now they are all at least partially, every model is at least partially covered by the wall, so we'll be -1 to hit there. 12 strength 6 shots. This will be a little better at killing. These are hitting on
12 string 6, so hitting on 3s.
should be 4s because of the
4s.
dense, but there is only, oh, there's a pair of 3s in there. 3s hit the wall and these wound on 3s. Boop, 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 boop. For AP2, reducing my armor by 2, but they do have Wraith form, which is a 4-up involved. I make 2 of them, so that kills kill the 1 Wraith off, and it's going to put 2 more wounds on another Wraith. And we have Stormbolter to resolve. Only 2 shots at this range on 4s. Hey, they both hit! And 5s. Oh, 1 wound, so that could be huge. 3-up. Hey, we're good. No AP on that yet. So that does finish you off with the Assault Cannon overkill. And then we're going to put a wound on, you're going to fall over, and then we're going to put 2 wounds on you. And then that unit's done firing, so I have to roll their reanimation protocol. I lost 1 Wraith, so I have to roll 3 dice, and I have to roll 3 5-ups to stand back up. We almost got there.
Oh, God.
Woo! For the Onslaught Heavy Gatling Cannon, pew, pew. It will be -1 to hit because the wall protects. They rolled rather well in their advance. It didn't matter, there's no 3s. This is strength 6.
Yes.
3s to wound. We have 2 wounding hits. I have 4-ups because of Wraith form. I will fail 1, make 1, so that's going to kill that 1 Wraith off, but we have many other attacks to resolve. The Iron Hail now. All the shots, by the way, were going into them, if anyone's curious. These are 4s. They're going to be 5s to wound. They got a wound. This is 4-up because of AP. Ooh, goes through. That's 2 damage. And the Stormbolters. Got a bunch of them hitting on 4s because of the wall. 1 bullet hits the wall.
5 to wound. That is another wounding hit. And I am going to fail a save. That's 3 damage. We kill that guy off. This guy's down to 1 wound. We have the heavy bolters to resolve. We got 3 hits and 4 to wound. 1! Wraith form! Wraith form! Hey, we do. Wraith form. Right through him. Done. So that's the 3 damage there. That is it for its fire. Did you fire both the stubbers or just one stubber?
I fired both stubbers.
Both stubbers? All right, do we reanimate? Oh, that's actually weird. That I only kind of rolled that as a joke, but it actually worked out. I'm sorry, Matt, when he reanimates. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was supposed to remove this guy when I took the wounds off of him. This is the guy who reanimates, though, so we're just going to stand back up over here. Not that it changes too much. We just have to make sure we're coherent still, because that guy's within 2. That guy's within 2. We're good. But this guy's hurt pretty bad. That's it for shooting, because this Razorback advanced, and the Marines back here are just taking up a position to defend the objectives. They don't have good sight or range to targets. So where are we charging?
So these bikes are going to charge these guys. I have push you off the objective.
I have no Overwatch, so by all means, roll it up. And you can go, you get +1 because you are Blood Angel, so you get 9. So yeah, this is the defense line, so all Matt has to do to get some of them attacking is just charge the wall there, but the other ones are in range to attack the raise as well. And I'm not infantry, so I can't give myself +1 to hit. Now, actually no, I guess that there's no separate attacks, so there's all attacking the raise. They're chain swords instead of bolt pistols, so we just have a bunch of dice to throw because they get +1 wound for being Blood Angels. They get shock assault and chain swords. Can the attack bike have a chain sword?
I do not believe so.
We just have to roll him separate because no chain swords, so no AP on their attacks. We're gonna roll the attack bike first. It's got 3 attacks. Is it only? I guess it's 2, but then shock assault.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have a couple of hits, and these wound on 5s with no AP. We have 4s because you're a Blood Angel, and 1 damage. That's gonna kill this wraith off, and then we have a bunch of chain sword attacks. All of these attacks from chain swords. These are hitting on 3s. That's not ideal. Got a better idea. I'm just gonna start saying lament every time you roll poorly.
Oh boy.
Here we go. It's gonna come up quite a bit. These do wound on 4s because you're Blood Angels. First round of combat +1 wound. That's good. That matters for 2 of them. 4 wounding hits with AP, which forces Wraith form. Do I phase out of existence? Oh, not even remotely close. That kills an additional Wraith off and wounds another one. We're gonna kill you off. And then we're gonna put that wound on you. You're gonna have 2. Where's 2? There. We're gonna have 2 wounds remaining on you. We're gonna pull you away. And then that's it for their attacks. So we're gonna go ahead and reanimate before they consolidate. We have 2 raids dead, so we have 6 dice, and if I get 6 5-ups, I get both raids back. That's probably not gonna happen though. But I do get a wraith back though. This is rolling well above average on these guys. And I lament. There we go. We just lament. We're gonna there we go. We're gonna reanimate right there, and we'll go base to base contact with the attack bike guy. There's 3 bikes able to get onto the objectives. This guy reanimating was a big deal because it stops the attack bike from getting onto it, so I will retain control of this for now. But I get to strike back with the vicious claws on the canoptic rays. Nyam, nyam, nyam. Let's see if these bikers have ever dealt with rays before. These hit on 4s with their plethora of attacks. The 3s miss because they just don't hit on 3s no more. Oh, you know what, guys? It's been a long time since I've ran a canoptic ray. I don't know why. I've always liked them. These are strength 6. These are 3s to wound bikes. We have 5 wounding hits at AP 2. 5+ power armor saves. Oh, lament! I guess that makes up for something. That makes the executive in the attack bike dead, a regular bike, well, I guess it would have been regular bike, and a wound, a couple wounds up. That's huge, very nice. And that should be the only combat to resolve. There is no morale. I can't fail with losing 2 raids. You didn't lose a single one, so you're good there. And that's it. Scoring. You stranglehold not right away because you have to have at least 3 objectives. You're only on 1 right now. This one was close. We still need that 3rd one. Data intercept. Forgot to note the Marines back there were performing data intercept on this. So on your next turn, your next command phase, they will score you some points. We didn't say that on camera. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, I had to kill my warlord. We're getting there.
Yes.
New protocol active, Undying Legions. We are going to go with the second directive on this one. I am back up to 11 command points. I guess I should say it's turn 2. The Overlord will issue out the wave of command, my will be done, on these Necron warriors. They're going to get +1 to hit. The Technomancer has nothing to reanimate. The Royal Warden has nothing to tell to fall back, shoot, and charge. So we are going to end it on that note. We are probably going to try and spread my characters out a little bit more for this upcoming turn and benefit from the Undying Legions as much as we possibly can. At the end of my command phase, though, I do score some points. I'll start with the primary. It's domination, so you get 5 points if you have 2 objectives. I do have those. I have these 3 here, but I also have 4 and 5. I have 5 of the objectives right now, which means I'm going to get 15 points for the primary because I have at least 3 and more than my opponent, because I had a really good first turn on movement. And then following that, the data intercept, I'm going to get 5 points because I control 5 objectives, and I'll gain 1 point for every objective I control when that action is completed, which is now. So that's an amazing first turn. It's going to put the Lamenters on the back foot. I'm going to get them. I forget at the beginning of the command phase. I always forget it's the beginning for some reason. Living Metal ticks off. So any wounded model I have as a Necron heals 1 wound automatically. That means those rays will go back to full, and the wounded wraith back here will go up to 2 wounds instead of 1. We're going to start our move off with the move that makes the most sense. These rays are going to fall back from combat. They have a rule called Slinking Charge, or Slinking Strike, sorry. It's one of the 2. They're able to shoot and charge, in which the turn they fell back. So it's to represent them like phasing in and out of existence. They can't get tied up. You try and strike at them, they're not there anymore. They reappear over here. It's truly alien.
And annoying.
Yes, incredibly, very much so. So they're going to use this opportunity to move back in this direction. They still do have a 12-inch move. And boop, they're going to end up over here. And then you're just going to go boop over there. Heck yeah, space bugs! They're going to take up this position here. The warriors over here are going to do a... It's tough because if I do... Let me see how many make it in with a regular move, and I might advance them. This is breachable, so they can go right through that. But I think I'm going to be crazy aggressive with them and just move out onto the objective and just see what that kind of gets me, I guess. I no need to pop my Orb of Eternity, obviously, over there. So they get to 6 because they're near the Royal Warden. Leave the Royal Warden back there, I suppose. He's got his eyes trained on the vehicles as well, the bikes themselves as well. I just want to make sure they're not getting any dense cover, so I should be able to draw a point to every part of the attack bike or that bike there without going over this or that one. And the warriors, obviously, the warriors are in a, we'll say, a heck of a position. We are going to move, it's tough to say, but I kind of want the command barge to go over here as well, because they are going to get lit up with bolt rounds and other types of ammunition. So I think I'm going to need the Resurrection Orb over there for a future turn. So the Lich Guard are going to be commanded to go that way, whereas the Overlord is going to commit to fighting over here a little bit. Boop. And it does have, if anyone's curious at home, it's a wound characteristic less than 10, so it does get Lookout Sir being near the warriors. Technically, before I move that character, instead of me putting it back, we're just going to say it's still over there. We're going to move these units here first, the core units, because they get +1 to their move being near the Overlord, as well as the Royal Warden has the aura as well, but just the Overlord. There we go. That's all that matters there, because these guys are going to stay still. They're going to, unfortunately, probably retrieve Octaria's data, because I don't really need their firepower. They're not going to do much with their Tesla guns. And I honestly think that the Voltaic, if I'm to be completely honest, the Voltaic staff is probably going to do more damage than the stupid Tesla guns are going to do. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I do just keep the... No, because I want to move you over there. I can't, because I want Technomancer to be active. So we're going to move you... Tough call, very tough call. I'm gonna make the decision to up to this direction, up in this direction, I mean. And then these Immortals are going to move forward a little bit, but they're probably just gonna perform the action at the end of my movement phase. Might as well just get some of them on the objective or confirm them on the objective. I know it's a pretty expensive unit to be doing this with, but oh well. You know what? No, I could do this better. I could do this different. I could do this very different. They're going to move in this position so they could fire this turn. And then we're probably going to drop Flayed Ones in, honestly, just to perform the action over here. I don't know if it's worth it, because I got 3 units of Flayed Ones. I have to do retrieve Octaria's data. So I'm actually pretty hard pressed. So I think I'm going to just, they're going to do data intercept this turn. I'm not too concerned about their firepower. And I'll worry about the Flayed Ones later on. They're going to show up this turn and do retrieve Octaria's data somewhere. Regardless, they're staying there with that move. These Necron Immortals are only going to move 5 because there are no characters nearby. So they're going to go take up this position. They're going to shoot Ghost Blasters at Outriders. That's the position they're going to take up. Looking at the Outriders there, these Canoptic Rays are going to use a Wraith form move, and they're going to move 12 inches in this general area and attack whatever survived the volley of blaster fire. Then the Rays end up there. Wounded guy there. That's with their Wraith form move. We are going to move the Triarch Stalker. I guess we're just going to move you to about there. You're going to do weird bug things here. Yeah, sounds good. And in the moon phase, the flayed ones appear from this flank and they just seem to materialize. They're going to perform Retrieve Octarius data for this table quarter. More than 9 away from them and more than 6 away from another table quarter. And then that will complete this one. And then at the end of the moon phase, they're going to perform data. They're going to start tinkering with this objective here and intercept some data away from the Imperium. This is going to bring it to shooting time, my friends. They cannot do anything because they are currently tied up performing the action. Same with the flayed ones over in the corner there. And we're going to open up with the Triarch Stalker, and we're going to thud a couple shots into... I want to do the Dreadnought because Duty Eternal, so -1 damage on him. Is it Venerable?
No.
Just a regular Dreadnought? Okay. But I could also go into the Impulsor, kind of blocking the way. It's a tough call. And heck, I'll try it out again. I'll go down to 10 remaining command points and use Judgment of the Triarch for +1 to hit. These are 2s. We hit, well, I helped with 2 of them. Very nice. And these are strength 7, 4s to wound. Boom, 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 boom. 3 wounding hits and it goes right to your 5-up invulnerable save because of your dome. The shield. Dome. They make 1 fail too, and these are going to be 4 damage, all right? He's down to 4 wounds. Now he's marked by the Triarch Stalker. Anything else that shoots at it gets to reroll hit rolls of 1. I'm not gonna bother because nothing else is shooting around here. Oh, I got the freaking Voltaic Staff though, never forget. We'll get to that later. We're gonna go ahead and volley the Gauss Blasters into the Outriders. This is gonna be 20 shots from them into them. The 3s to hit. And, hey, my guys can hit a short range. Oh, this is about average. 4s to wound though, you're a T4. Yeah, they're not very effective weapons though, let me tell you.
The Emperor protects.
We got 5 whole wounds, and these are 5-up saves on Outriders because of the AP. Does that power armor protect? A little bit. It does kill 1 Outrider though. Got him. Let's unleash the Voltaic Staff on that Impulsor. It is in the way. It must go. We get to reroll 1s because it's any Necrons unit, not just core. It misses still though. And then 6s count as 2 hits because it's the Voltaic Staff. That is 2 additional hits, not just 1. These are 5s to wound. 1 wounding hit. AP, well, enough to put you on your invulnerable save. AP 2, I believe. 2 damage. It's got it down to 2 wounds left. We'll conclude shooting on this half of the table. We are going to move over to here, where we're going to start with our command barge. Yeah, putting shots into the bikers over here. It's 3 shots with a Gauss cannon. Okay, we got 1 hit. These are... That's a wound at strength 5. It's -3, I believe, so it's a 6-up save. Ooh, it's a D3 damage. It will do 2 damage. So bring you down to 1 wound left. And then we're going to go, after the command barge is done firing, we're going to spend 2 command points on the Sawtech stratagem. It's called Methodical Destruction. Once a unit's been targeted by a separate Sawtech unit, and all other Sawtech units that declare it as attacks in that phase, in the shooting phase, is rerolling hit rolls of 1. So the warriors are going to unleash heck upon them. All right, we're down at 8 after the Methodical Destruction. 12-inch range on their guns. They are all in range to fire them. So we are going to fire 40 shots. Either the guys back here can have line of sight over in that direction or in that direction, if anyone's curious. All right, this is 40 shots. I'm going to do this twice, though. So we hit on 2s because of my will be done. And Methodical Destruction gives us the rerolls. We have 1 miss so far. And these wound on 4s. And 4s. And boom. And boom. And boom. So you can go ahead and roll those. That's a great roll. You can roll those up. These are -2 because it's a Gauss Reaper. And these 5-ups. Boom. You make 3. So that's 4, 8, 9 damage in total so far on the first half. Second volley. Boom, boom, boom. The other part of the assault too. They hit on 2s with a reroll on Methodical Destruction. And 1 miss again. And 4s. Ooh, there we go. A whole lot less. You know what? Instead of rolling me 5 that time. So it's 9 damage, and these are 5-ups. Oh, there you go. Better too. So a total of 12 damage. So it's 4 bikes in total, and 1's got a wound left. Yeah. Then there's 11 more wounds to allocate. That's what we've got left from that unit after that devastating volley. Oh, we're gonna go with the Royal Warden. The only target he has are the bikes. He's got, probably rapid firing. He will be rapid firing, the nearest bike being the attack bike here. He's gonna have 4 shots with his master crafted kind of version of their gun. Oh, I guess it's technically literally that gun, master crafted. 3s! Oh wow, good roll. 4s! Okay roll. So 2 at -2, 5 ups. Everything's like -2. That just does 2 damage. Removes that 1 bike that was there. There's 2 bikes remaining. That's all done firing. In fact, I'm done shooting altogether, yeah. Gonna bring it to charging. We're gonna have these Necron raids declare a charge against the bikers because they can fall back, shoot, and charge. They're able to like expose the enemy that charged them, alleviate, then we have fire support, then charge back in afterwards. Would you like to Overwatch?
Yeah, why not?
All right. We're gonna Overwatch, going down a command point, and the melt a gun. Oh, so close. It's so close. All right, and then the bolt guns, mini bolt gun shots. Not a single hit.
Disappointment.
Lament!
Yes.
Lament! And we charge
Oh, boy.
11. We're gonna charge 11. There we go, and that's where they end up with their charge. I'm not really utilizing the full 11. I just want to keep every model onto the objective, or controlling the objective as possible. And then the other charge we have is the Lich Guard. Let's just go beat up the Impulsor. Let's see what that Dreadnought can do later on. We're gonna charge the Impulsor. No real worries about Overwatch there. We get a 9 on their charge. Charging like that, we're keeping a coherency pattern that way. I don't want the Dreadnought to be able to break through them. I want them to hold the line. And then we're gonna keep you back here, not attacking for lookout serve purposes. And well, even though you're near a vehicle, I guess, yeah, whatever, I'll have you attack. There we go, meat, oh, burrito. And then the last charge will be the Wraiths, declaring charge against the Outriders. Well, let's see what they get. They'll take a 9. Here we go, we're gonna be touching their base, engaged completely, and then the Wounded Wraith, if you're curious, is back there. That will be it for charging. Yeah. The Warriors could charge, but I want to keep adaptive strategy open in either regard, and let's see how much punishment those Warriors can really take. Curious. It's always such a durable unit. And let's fight first over here. These raids are going to cut up these Outriders. You're going to go down to 8 and use Transhuman on these bikers.
So I'm going to go down to 8 command points, and I'm going to transhumans the bikers, or the Outriders.
Outriders,
to see
that's
how
right,
long,
yeah.
See if they can hold on just for a little bit more.
Just forgot to show the command point from earlier from the Overwatch as well, so we're both at 8 for now. And we're looking for 4s to hit with these Canoptic Raids. I cannot tell if that's any good. It looks like it's about average. Boop, boop, boop. Let's just see. 5. Oh, 1 above! 1 above! Heck yeah! 4s because of Transhuman. That prevented 1 wounding hit. We got 4, 7 wounds at -2. 5 up. Power armor. So we stopped 2. But unfortunately, these are 2 damage each.
So they is dead.
They do die to the Wraiths. And then the Wraiths are going to consolidate a little bit towards that building, because that's where the nearest enemies are. That's their final position. Would you like to counteroffensive? Not the Impulsor, but like with the bikes over there to get some hits in, or do you want to just
I feel like,
get beated up?
yes. On second thought, may as well use them going down to 6 command points for counteroffensive. 4 attacks for the Sword and Shock Assault.
Yes, we are going to get a bunch of extra attacks here because of Shock Assault, and we are getting the Blood Angel trait of +1 to wound as well. Are we rolling the attack bike first?
Yes.
All right, so we'll do the attack bike hitting on 3s. We have 1 hit. This wound's on a 4 because of the Blood Angel trait. I charged you. That's a wound. And I will save that because there's no AP on that. Then we have 4 attacks from the Sergeant. Only 1, oh sorry, only 2 hits, and these wound on 4s, but with AP. That is a wound. Blood Angels, no damage though.
Darn.
We have the Invulnerable. It was a good try though.
Oh well.
Just to kill 1 off before I got to swing. Now we do have 16 attacks back of the bikes. These are 4s to hit. Blue. Blue, 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 blue. These are going to be 3s to wound because strength 6. That only gives me 1 extra wound because of strength 6. So 4 saves at -2. These are 5 pluses. You're gonna save. Oh, these guys are great. That's that kills out the Sergeant or the attack bike. It's your pick. So we're gonna lose the attack bike and leave the Sergeant. And then the last combat I have are these Lich Guard. I think I need to pile you in a little bit closer to get you technically within ½ an inch. And then everyone should be fighting, but these 3. So it's going to be 7 of them attacking for 21 attacks. You're going to go down to 7 command points. Oh, that's not 7. We're going to activate the disruption fields on the Hyperphase Swords, making them strength 7 for this attack. There are 3s to hit with the Lich Guard, because they do not have any bonuses on them. And then these wound on 4s now. So I pretty much gave them +1 wound. in this case. It helped for 2 of them. And then these are at minus good. You go to your 5 up invulnerable save from the dome.
Shield dome.
It does stop 2 of them, but that's 4 damage that goes through. Does it explode?
That is the thing.
Do I hit something dangerous? No. It just kind of crumples over dead. Or it flies off because it's sustained too much damage. It does one of the 2. It's out of here for now, though. And then I'll consolidate a little bit, but not too much. Probably less than an inch on most of those models that consolidate. That will conclude the turn for the fighting. The only thing we have to do is the morale on this bike sergeant. He did lose quite a bit of homies. Does he stick around? Hoo-wee. What do we got? A 4? He rolled a 10. He does leave. A tactical retreat to fight another day. Okay, well, for scoring, I'm on the 2 treasures of the Aeons of 3. So that's 3 points there. And I complete retrieve Octarius data with the flayed ones in that table quarter. So I still have to try to do this half of the table, which is the difficult half. And on top of all of that, the mission one. These guys are performing data intercept over here, and I'll get points on my next turn, my 3rd turn, based on how many of the objectives I control when that comes up. The Marines have got to push out. They got to get these very terrible. Let me tell you, one of the hardest armies to shake off of objectives are Necrons, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, I won't lie. Going back up to 7. I will note we do get 1 point for the data intercept because, well, they do hold one of the objectives. Unfortunately, domination style mission, that being the only objective they control, they do not get any primary this turn. Where's the chaplain? Did he disembark?
He is over here.
The chaplain gets to shoot out a litany now.
So the chaplain's going to start screaming the litany of hate because we've got all of these things coming at us and we need the absolute best number of damage possible.
Does it work? Come on.
It is not.
We are going to go ahead and disembark the intercessors inside of the repulsor. Bloop, bloop,
Bail
bloop.
out over here.
Yep, they're going to pop down there. We're going to move them over here. It's their final position after disembarking from the repulsor. The Razorback over a little bit, boop, just to make room for the Marines to squeeze through them in the objective, and they're going to take a forward position to apply pressure and engage the Necron warriors. Final position of them, the Sanguinary Priest squeezes in beside them, and then the repulsor takes up the position right beside the intercessors after they move and disembark. And I assume these Marines are going to move forward as well.
Yes, there's just not enough room over here for what I want to do.
You must break free, so that's the captain, the warlord moving forward, and then the tactical squad to support him. The Death Company move forward to just hold the line where that impulsor could not, and the chaplain will move up behind them. What about Big Bad Dreadnought? What does Big Bad Dreadnought want to do?
That's the decision point.
Well,
so the Dreadnought's going to back up so that when the Death Company gets charged, he's not going to get tagged in that same fight.
right, okay, understood. Yeah, the Death Company just want to hold the line. Yes. Well, we can say he moves back, and then we can make it the Death Company line all the way up the pyramid. So, like, take up that second position up there exactly, just so I can't charge past them. Looks thematic as heck. And it's all but very challenging for the Death Company to resist the charge, but that would literally be throwing their lives away. It's time to start shooting. Where are we beginning with all these Lamenters?
We're going to start with these Lamenters engaging we're going to start with the Intercessors engaging the troops over here.
My Necron warriors. We're in the tactile doctrine. We got bolt rifles. These are all AP2. I do not have a lot of cover from that angle, just whatever's behind this objective here. And, oh hell, let's just see how this goes. We do have the captain within 6. Just move that guy like a few millimeters to make sure we're within 6. And they're going to be rerolling heroes of 1 against the warriors. Good luck.
All right, 20 shots.
Bolt rifles.
Hitting on 3.
This is
rerolling 1s.
Ooh, not bad. I only see 1, 2 in there, so these go a couple 2s actually. There's a couple more 1s to reroll in there. This could very well be the first very good roll of the game for the Lamenters. No lamenting required. These are forced to wound with an AP of 2. P-2, a little bit of my own medicine. What I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna allocate to these 4 first. They only have 6 up saves, so the guys out front are gonna eat some fire. So that's 1 dead, and I got 3 more. Oh, sorry, that's 1 save and 3 dead. And then those 4 are all dead now. Boom, 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 big volley. And then I still have this many to resolve. Is that right? Does that check out? Because I rolled, no, more should be dead. No, because I rolled that, and then I rolled 3. You know, that checks out. That just means 2 more guys have to die. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, guys. I'm like, wait a second. I should have 6 dead. Why did I only pull 4? I still have 5 more saves to make. I'm going to do those on... We got 1, 2... We got a pocket of guys here that have cover. There's more than 5 of them there. So these are 5 ups. Didn't matter. 5 of them die. So, like, 1, 2, 3... That was a good volley. That was very good. 2, 3... 4... And...
we'll say 5. Boom. I know coherency is broken there, but we're about to, we get to reanimate now. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, quite a bit dead. That is 11 dead warriors. Let's see if the damage is superficial and do they stand back up like the endless legions they are. These work on 5 pluses, rerolling 1s because they're warriors, and I get to reroll 1 generic die because of Undying Legion. So we're gonna have 2 of them stand back up. We reroll the 1s, and we're gonna just take one of the random dice to stand up 2 more warriors. So 4 of the warriors stand back up. Plug up that coherency gap. And 2. Let's get more guys on cover. 3, 4. That was brutal. These guys are dead for sure. But they're gonna try and eat up as much fire as they possibly can before they go down.
Actually, so this tactical squad is going to engage them before everybody shoots them out of their line of sight.
Ah, good. So this tactical squad near the Sanguinary Priest firing. We have a plasma gun in there, which is rapid firing. Are we supercharging it to wound on 2s or no?
No.
No? Okay. We'll supercharge that plasma.
Yes, because if he dies, I can stand him back up, and he's re-rolling 1s for the captain.
Surely the Lamenters can't get that unlucky.
Yes, we'll see.
What do you want to fire the plasma first, or
So, yeah, so plasma first,
hitting on 3s?
hitting on 3s.
Ah, yeah, no supercharge. We're necessary there, or worrisome there.
Hitting on 2s.
Actually, 2s to kill, because these are AP3. Actually, these are AP4. Even if I have cover, they're dead. So I'm just going to elect to lose those 2 to that. Good shots.
So, and then 4
Well, bolters are in rapid fire range as well, so let's see what they get.
1 storm bolter and 3 bolters. Bolters, brothers!
Boom.
And re-rolling 1s.
Ah, very nice. No real misses yet. Ooh, crack hits.
Yes.
All 4s to wound.
You -1 for Doctor.
The 6 wounding hits, I'm going to put those on 1, 2. I only have 2 guys on cover there. So we'll go 2 guys on cover. AP1, so we do save 1, 1's dead. And then 1 at a time. He's alive. He's dead. So those 4 dead. And then I pull the guy with him. These are going to be 5-up saves. No one's really benefiting from cover. 5s. Make 1, fail 1. There we go. Nice. That plus the 2 guys who died to the plasma, we do get to reanimate. And the reanimate, 5 pluses, rerolling any 1s. Ooh, ooh. Okay, 3 of them stand back up, 2 are dead though from that. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3. Gonna stand back up. Next up we have these Marines, his Lamenters.
We're going to have the captain go first. He's going to fire his combi plas.
Ooh, is he rapid firing?
Yes.
Are you gonna fire both parts of it or just 1?
I'm going to fire both parts.
Oh,
because
heck yeah.
things need to die.
Are we supercharging the
I'm
plasma?
not going to
Are you
supercharge.
sure? All right, he's probably 2 which one's the plasma?
So green is plasma.
Okay, green is plasma, hitting on 3s because we're firing both parts of it. So hit, and 1 miss on the bolt gun. He does not inspire himself, and then it's 3s to wound on the green dice, 4s on the white dice. So 2 wounding hits on the plasma, which are AP4, so no save. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it from guys that are kind of in the open, I guess. Boop, boop. And that's it for his fire, so let's see if those guys reanimate. It's per unit, 5 up. I get to reroll 1 for Undying Legion and the 1s, so it's the 5-up rerollable. Nope, there you got him. The captain did good work. The squad, everyone can see, but no rapid firing.
So plasma gun is still green, and then storm bolter and 2 regular bolt guns.
Ooh, the plasma gun misses. We get to reroll a couple of the 1s on the white dice.
Right. I believe.
Yeah, well, I think they were both 1s. We can check. Oh, it doesn't matter.
doesn't
There we go. Doesn't. I would have checked afterwards. These wound on 4s.
Yes.
Do they hurt my warriors? We have. Oh
No.
wow. Okay, they didn't do a good job.
No. So this Razorback is going to engage the warriors.
All right, everything into the warriors. Stormbolter and
Yes.
cannons. Probably
Storm
not.
bolter is not in rapid fire, so storm bolter is green, cannons are white.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s.
Boom, boom, boom. The Stormbolter hit, good job. And then a couple misses with the Assault Cannon. Now the Assault Cannon wounds on 3s, and the green dice are 4s.
Yes.
And they're all AP1 actually,
Yes.
which is nice. So 1 failed wound over there, a couple failed wounds over here. Saving throws that are AP1 from this direction, so I'm gonna take them on. I probably have about 6 guys that are within 3 of that and cover, so I'll do 6 at a time. So AP1 means it's a 4-up save again. So I'm gonna save 4 of them, so 2 of them are dead. And then, okay, 2 die from that Razorback. Do they reanimate? Rerollable on the 1. Only 1 does. 1's gonna stand back up. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I guess so. Razorback number 2, same thing?
Yes.
We know the Stormbolter's rapid firing here, though.
Yes.
Just die, hey? Put them down. The green are Stormbolters.
So greens are storm bolters hitting on 3s. 3s and 4s. So storm.
Got 1 model in cover from the obstacle. So, 1 at a time till he's dead. Oh, look at that, he's dead. Blah! And then the rest are 5-ups. We'll save 2 of them.
4 more are gonna die. 1, 2. You're almost there, Matt. You're almost there.
Just die!
5. But we do get to reanimate them because it's now done firing. 5s. Rerolling any 1s and 1 Undying Legion. 2 of them stand back up. 3 of them are dead for good. Oh, we'll just take those 3 away. That's what we got. 5 warriors left. We've lost 15 Necron warriors. The repulsor is going to unload everything into them. They are surely dead here, but you never know. Stranger things, right? All right, let's put those warriors down. These are the Iron Hails and the Stormbolters.
Moving on 3s.
4s.
Moving on 4s.
I believe in that die. There it is. Oh, womp womp. What do you got? 3 wounding hits.
Yes.
All that dice. Come on. All 3 of them are within 3 of that and benefiting from the cover then. So these are 4-ups. Well, I'll make 2 of them. Takes it. I feel like that guy's reanimated 4 times now. We're not done firing though. We still have a lot more bullets to go. We're gonna do the Onslaught and the Heavy Bolter at the same time.
So white is Onslaught, gray is Heavy Bolter, hitting on 3s.
Alrighty. These are all 3s.
Wounding on 3s.
Well.
That is disappointing.
Lament. 2 wounding hits on this repulsor at the end there. AP 1. Both of them are within cover, so 4-ups. Oh, they're both dead. So you killed 3 of them. Wait a second.
Do they reanimate?
Wait a second. Are you telling me? Wait a second. That repulsor just killed 3 Necron warriors.
Yes.
Yes, correct. That is what happened. Oh my gosh. Reanimate. 1 of them stands back up. I get the Undying Legion reroll. Just 1 stands back up. We are gonna go ahead and well, it's not. I can't get the dense cover because there's 2 guys still standing there. So, boom. There we go. 3 Necron warriors remain. There is still the rapid fire capability from the intercessors, but a lot of them are going to be lacking, not have as much line of sight. Just maybe a couple are missing, but because like my unit used to be much bigger now, so we have to check that later. We do have the Death Company and the Chaplain who are able to fling out a couple of bullets over here. Question is, where are they going?
Yes, that is the question. So they're just going to blast into these guys up front. So two shots each. So only the bolters can see. So 8. So hitting on 3s.
Death Company.
5. Ugh.
1 drop die.
5s to wound.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh boys, do those connect? So they do have storm shields. Well, sorry, dispersion shields. The exact same rules though. And 2-up save. These are AP 1, so I go back to a 3-up. You do a damage.
A damage.
We're gonna wound. Realistically, you, I guess. No, down here's a little safer. 1 crack grenade from the Chaplain.
Hitting on
3, 2. Roll it and figure it out. We gotta look.
Chaplain's ballistic skill 3+, so no.
No hit.
He isn't punching them with the grenade.
We got the Dreadnought.
Yes. So gray is Stormbolter, white is Last Cannon, hitting on 3s.
These are on the Lich Guard, eh?
Yes.
Ooh, they look like they all pretty much hit.
So,
1 Stormbolter miss. We're gonna resolve the Stormbolter. We're gonna roll all the dice together. We're gonna resolve the Stormbolters first. And these are 5 on the Stormbolters, 3 on the Las Cannons. Because I am T5. All right, we got 1
each.
AP on the Stormbolter because of the tactical. That is a fail. That does kill that Lich Guard off. And do we put our shield up for the Las Cannon? Boom, deflected it. We do. So that Lich Guard that dies, he reanimates. Reroll for Undying Legion. He does stand back up. And then to keep everyone happy, I'm just gonna leave that model there. Boom. All right, as much as I'd love these warriors to live, I feel like getting shot by an entire army should justify them dead.
just die!
But we are gonna spend a couple command points here to ensure that with
Rapid fire.
It's called rapid fire. They get to fire their guns again at the end of the phase. So that's gonna bring Matt down to 5 command points. The back 2 are not rapid firing. The one there does not have line of sight tucked into the corner.
But he is giving them rerolls
Yeah,
because he's close to the captain who's on the other side of the tank.
So we're firing over the obstacles here, and I got 3 remaining warriors. If they could put them down, that's big. If not, I got a resurrection orb there that could bring all of them back.
I would cry. That is when we cry.
Used to hit. Rerolling any 1s because the Capitan is nearby. And go! Boom!
Just die!
Oh, there's some 2s in there. I really want my warriors to live.
I really don't.
These are 4s.
4s to wound.
Ooh, it's gonna be tight. This is gonna be tight. You know what? Matt doesn't want to rely on 4 dice killing 3 models. So we're gonna command point reroll.
No, gonna have to anyway.
Down to 4 command points for the Lamenters. I have 2 of them that are in cover against us. 1 is in the open, so 2 at a time. Bump, 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 bump. Are you nervous? I'm nervous.
Very.
I'm super nervous. These are AP2, so these are 5 ups. Oh, 2 are dead. Boom. This guy needs to make double 6 ups. Ooh. If I command point one of these, I need another 5 up into a 6 up. It's like worth, for the fun of it, I'll command point it. Nope. So I'm down by 1. I'm down to 6. And then I need to roll a pair of 6s. Boxcars. Not even close. He is dead. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes!
There you go. It worked.
Yes!
It worked. They're dead. The Marines did it. They killed the 20 warriors.
Somehow, God willing.
They opened up this area. And now this is obviously a very dangerous area for me to deal with at the moment. So what we're going to do here is probably just fall back. Okay, we're charging now.
So these intercessors are going to charge these wraiths.
Alrighty.
We'll see how it goes.
Whew, that's a 13 technically. Here we go. That charge gets them all fighting in one way or another. We got defense line there. We got guys that are engaged within 1 inch horizontally and 5 vertically, and then half an inch over there. Now what's next?
So this tank, we're going to try to charge these raids, and we're going to try to park it right here so
to
it
get on that,
gets on
yeah.
that objective.
It shouldn't be
So I
difficult.
need a 7-inch charge.
Or how about a 7 exactly with the +1?
Yes.
That's where the tank ends up. And that gets them on the objective. And
So
now,
fighting, it'll be these intercessors first.
ooh, here we go. And they all get +1 to wound as well because Blood Angel chapter tactic. We got a lot of attacks. The green dice will be the sergeants, chain swords, and the rest are just their regular combat weapons that don't have AP and extra attacks. Sergeants
So
got 5
sergeant's
attacks.
got 5 attacks. Sergeant hitting on 3s.
Ooh, not bad. Oh, actually very bad. I thought it was the other way around. These wound on 4s because of +1 wound. Oh, that's 1 wounding hit. 4 up. We fail that. That's 1 damage so far. And then a bunch of melee attacks from the rest of the intercessors.
Hitting on 3s. All right, 4s to wound. 4s to wound.
With the +1. No AP on those attacks yet. These are 3+ saves. So we lose a wraith. They go and then plus the 1 wound. So we take 4 damage. They're done attacking. We're gonna lose this wraith to that attack, and then we're gonna put a wound on the wraith right beside him. 2 wounds left. Bloop. And then we're gonna see if you reanimate. Can you do it again? Oh my god.
Just die! Stay down!
What? All right, let's go punish some intercessors for my really good rolls. There we go. So you'll reanimate there, eligible to fight. The tank can pile in if it wants to and fight. I'll let it do that, I guess, before I actually fight with the wraiths. Rotating,
die.
staying on that, and I think throwing 6 attacks at my wraiths.
I believe
Maybe
so.
7 because of shock assault. 7 attacks because of Angel of Death, shock assault. 6 to hit though. Bump, 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 bump. It bumps once. Wounds on a 2 because it's strength 8 +1 to wound.
Yeah.
It's a blood angel repulsor after all. Hey! Oh, we're good. There's no AP on its attacks. All right, so these raids are going to, we're a little bit closer to him, but we're gonna use that to pile into Zed Wall, if I could. You know, the model's tough, and we're gonna attack all of them into intercessors. That's gonna be 16 attacks.
They're transhuman now. Spent 2 command points, down to 2.
To my 6 remaining command points.
Just hold on.
We'll see. Let's see how many 3s I roll. These are 4s to hit with the wraiths. This is where the transhuman might matter. I rolled a couple 3s, but I also rolled a lot of 1s and 2s. So it prevented a couple more wounds. Those are 2 more at AP2, so you have 3 5-up saves. Every fail is a dead intercessor.
It's like 7th edition. Anything that fails dies.
That is 2 dead intercessors. Blue, they get skewered
Thunk.
on the vicious claws. Boom. There we go. And that there, folks, is it, actually, now that I really think about it.
The Lamenter's turn 2 ends.
Lamenter's turn 2 done. No morale to take, but you were able to accomplish quite a bit and deny me a lot of points. I do regret not charging the Razorback. I do regret my boldness of taking on the entire firepower of the Lamenters, but it made this side very interesting and a puzzle I have to try and figure out now. So, for scoring at the end of the turn here, what are you, I don't think you're trying to do any, and Stranglehold, you don't get, you're on 2 objectives, but you need to be at least on 3 for Stranglehold.
And those rays can't stay dead.
Ooh, what I will say is the Sanguinary Priest, he didn't do anything, right?
No.
He was gonna do the action for the data intercept on the objective. Because he didn't do anything, that's why. He's the one who's gonna, because any unit can do it, the Razorback can do it too, but he's shot. So the Sanguinary Priest is gonna be collecting data. So you'll get 1 point for every objective you hold on your next command phase here. I do control this objective though. None of the, I had lined up the race so none of the Primaris could get on top of the objective. So they're holding, they are 100% my MVPs this game so far. All right, we're going to gain a command point. We're on to turn 3, and of course, the Blood Angels will be entering the Assault Doctrine now as well. So they have Echoes of War, Savage Echoes is the rule, where they always get an extra attack, as opposed to the Space Wolf one, which is on 6s or 2 hits. In addition to that, we are going to go Wave of Command on them, I believe. Again, it's got the, sorry, not Wave of Command, it's just the longer range. I used to have a rule called Wave of Command, which is my will be done at 12. So it's just my will be done, longer range on the barge, hitting the Immortals. The Royal Warden doesn't need to target anyone with anything. I didn't lose a Lich Guard, so the Technomancer is not going to bring one back. We are going to go right on to scoring, where I'm on 4 objectives. That means I get 4 points for Data Intercept over here. And then I'm also going to gain 15 points for the primary, because I'm on at least 3 of the objectives and still more than Matt. He's on 2 with his Lamenters. Unfortunately for me, the treasures of the Aeons are still these 3 triangulated objectives. Where is it? There it is. Boom. That one there, and this one here. I could get 2 points for it. I mean, go forward. They're going to fall back, be able to charge, and do some damage to the Marines here. Oh, you know what? I should reveal my new protocol. This is Protocol of the Vengeful Stars. 6. I'm going to go with the first directive. 6s to wound with ranged weapons are an additional AP. So living metal, so that Wraith will heal back up. And then the Wraith over there will recover its wound as well. First move, they're going to fall back from combat, naturally. Falling back, just to show you how close they are to the objective. I got to just charge back into that position and try and mess up more of the Intercessors, even though they'll have extra attacks and AP on everything. I'm going to hope to do a lot of damage to them. I'm not too sure what to do with the characters. The obvious move is to go back and be safe with them and just pull back from this side and let them accumulate as many points as I can, and then they can pounce out over here with the Immortals maybe once this breaks through, because we still have 3 battle rounds of game left for the Necrons to push the advantage. I'm going to move everything else and see where they end up and see how I feel about them. So we're going to come over to here. We're going to move the Wraiths. This Wraith, again with Wraith form, they are just zipping on up and over. Got to stay an inch away. You would technically be able to go there, and then you could take up that position. But that's not going to quite work out, so we're going to go with you to there. And then the rest I'm going to figure out where they move to. There you go. And keep them coherent. Just boop, boop, making sure they're all within 2 of a couple models. The Lich Guard themselves are going to move forward to challenge these legendary warriors of the Blood Angels, in a way. Boom. Stay an inch away, though. Alright, so they're ending up there. We're going to have the Cryptek, the Technomancer. Boop, boop, to there. Then I'll figure out where I want you to move. I'm going to come over here with the Flayed Ones, and they're going to move onto the objective. Flayed Ones, blah. Now, the one thing about the Flayed Ones, the use, I don't actually, so why I don't typically run Flayed Ones is because it feels a little weird using them for things like reconnaissance and data intercepting and recon. They're just not really that fit narratively, but mechanically they are very good for it because of the deep strike potential on them. Now they're going to be the ones who can intercept data on this objective, and they are they're probably one of the safest units I have. They're like the furthest away from enemy fire. And then we're going to move these Immortals in this direction. That's their position. I moved the Stalker up as well a little bit. Next up, the Immortals are going to move. Oh, the second squad of Immortals. Moving the Royal Warden back to increase their movement by 1 first. We're not going to move them yet. I decided for fun, I'm going to be arrogant with my Overlord. I just love playing them, like the arrogant jerks they are, and seeing what that can accomplish. We're going to fly probably to about here. Ish. Ending there. Ish. Moving forward with them, so I do want to keep 1 model on the objective for the data intercept later on. That should be it for the regular moves. We are going to bring in my Flayed Ones now from reserve, because they do have to show up now, or else they will have to forever keep their silence. Then come the Flayed Ones. So we're going to put 5 here, more than 9 away from the repulsor. Getting ready to do at least have a unit eligible to retrieve Octarius data in this table quarter later on as infantry. And then the other squad of Flayed Ones deep into Matt's territory, behind his lines, are going to show up amongst the operating machinery here. The operational machinery back here, and they're going to perform retrieve Octarius data for this table quarter this turn. Whereas the other unit of Flayed Ones, not these ones, but we're walking way around the table, they're going to perform data intercept on that objective. So I will gain a point on my next turn, my next command phase, for every objective I control. And with that, it's
time to begin the shooting phase. We're gonna start with the Triarch Stalker because of the targeting relay. And we're gonna put shots into the Dreadnought. Heck, why not? Let's do Triarch. Will of the Triarch, I believe. +1 to hit with the Triarch unit. Not necessarily worth to do, but aha! 2 more hits because of it. You should be T7. So I win 3 times at AP of 4, because I just rolled 6-1. I gotta double check if they have command protocols. I'm almost certain the Triarch Stalker does though, and it is right beside the Cryptek. Because Vengeful Stars, that's no save at all against those. These are D3 -1 damage each. So it's gonna be 2, 4, 5 damage. Instead of it being 8.
Yes.
3 wounds left and he's lit up. I can't do methodical destruction off that because that is not a soft tech unit, that is a Triarch or dynastic agent. We're gonna go ahead with the, I guess the Voltaic Staff next into him because, oh no, the staffs, we'll do the Immortals. None of them are rapid firing. I'll double check, I am soft tech, they have 18-inch rapid fire, but we're gonna try and put 10 shots into that Dreadnought. Hey, look at that, my soft tech rules are coming into play. It actually gave 5 of them rapid fire for the extra 3-inch range on that. So we have 15 shots hitting on trees. Rerolling 1s though because they're shot by a Stalker. There we go. These are 5s to hurt it. 6s are especially good. We didn't get any though. These are 2 at AP 2, so we have 2 5-up saves on the Dreadnought. They are only damage 1. Yeah, just the blaster. Oh, there you go.
Yay.
Yeah, no damage at all.
The Emperor protects.
Absolutely. Let's do the Voltaic Staff into him next. 4 shots. I don't think there's much reason to shoot the Black Rage guys. What are they called? Death Company. These are 3s to hit, or rerolling 1s because it was targeted by the Stalker. They all hit, but the 6 explodes into 2 more hits because it's a Voltaic Staff. These are 5s to wound. 1 hit AP, I think 3. Roll that T6 and just don't roll a 6. Okay, you're good. It's 1 damage because you reduce it by 1.
Boop. So 2 wounds left.
He's got a pair of wounds remaining on him. We're gonna fire 20 Tesla shots into the rear of this repulsor. It is -1 to hit though, because I obviously cannot see every aspect of it because of the dense wall in the way. So we're gonna be hitting on, well, back to 3s because they have my will be done on them. There's definitely no value in using Malevolent Arcing right now against that. Maybe if I was shooting at like that Razorback, I would consider it, but still a little iffy at that. And these are hitting on 3s. Any of the 2s kind of hit the, oh, I was supposed to do something first. That's okay. You know what? That's fine. I meant to shoot with the Overlord first so I could reroll the 1s here. But it is what it is. I got a pair of 6s there. And all these 1s miss. Oof. And the 3s do hit because of my will be done. So, I'm curious. Huh? That wouldn't really matter. Okay, that's just 1 command point. That's actually 2 command points for that, so it's not really that great at all. So that's going to give me 4 more hits. Bloop. Bloop. Sorry about the ramble. These are 5s to wound. Bloop, 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 bloop. We have 2 wounding hits, no AP, because I didn't roll any 6s. So these are 3-ups. 2, 3 plus saves on the repulsor. I do, oh, they do go through though. Bloop, bloop. And we're gonna have the Royal Warden fire it as well. Ooh, it's actually tempting to go for the Marines with him. Actually, he doesn't have any line of sight to the Marines. This thing's completely blocking the line of sight to them, and so is the repulsor. So let's fire into the repulsor, keep it simple. We are rapid firing though. These are 3s to hit him. Ooh, I gotta double check. These might not be 3s to hit him because of the dense terrain, but like he's got a weird angle. You know what? Probably not. We'll save the 3 misses. Instead of me looking it up, I'll just take a miss. Hey, that is AP 3 though, because of Vengeful Stars. Hey, that is 2 damage. So he's taking 4 in total. 12 remaining wounds, and then we're gonna pump the Gauss blaster, the Gauss cannon into him as well, just to see if we can't do a little bit more damage. I don't expect it to do much, but you never know. It is 3 shots on 2s. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, we have 1 miss, and these wound on 5s. Oh, that's a bad roll. No wounds there. That will conclude shooting. So we are gonna go on to charging, and we are gonna start charging over here. The Rays are gonna declare a charge against the Repulsor and the Marines. Would you like to overwatch with either one of them with your 2 command points left? Which means you won't be able to counter-offensive if you overwatch. No overwatching?
Yes.
Going for the counter-offensive instead. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and roll them up. Charge them in. I think that's the right call. We're gonna charge 7 with them. They're just taking up the exact same position they had before they fell back. We're gonna declare a charge with the Overlord into the Repulsor too. This is, by the way, probably a mistake, but I'm doing it for the LOLs anyways. We got a 4, sure. We'll go 4 over here. After that, we are definitely gonna have my very elite Lich Guard declare a charge against the Death Company Intercessors.
They're going to go ahead and roll up an 8. I'm just going to go ahead and roll the raids afterwards. They're going to declare a charge against the Dreadnought as well as the Chaplain. They're going to get a 9. That is over here I was talking about. So we are going to have you... I wonder if this is going to work. We all know how great raids are at doing stuff like this. Oh, goodness. There we go. We're going to have them fighting like that. Those 3 will be able to attack the Dreadnought. 1 can attack the Chaplain. This guy's just keeping coherency. Yeah, he's keeping coherency, and then you're just gonna go with the Death Company. I know I didn't declare the Death Company, but I meant to, just because they were like an inch away, and I just want to have to avoid them. The Lich Guard, I guess I should have moved in as well. That was their calling right there. We'll just keep you there, and then that'll allow you to fight. You're just gonna hang back, right? Yeah, you'll hang back there. You'll actually just go up and around. One of the Lich Guard won't be fighting. So the question is, who the heck do I fight with first? Well, they're all the wrong answer, luckily for me. I don't think I fight with anything here first because I have such overwhelming forces. I just got to keep applying the pressure over there, so I'm going to go with the Wraiths first. And every Wraith will pile in an attack with their Vicious Claws into the Intercessors. Now, every time I've run Wraiths in the past, this is where they whiff. The 4s into 3s. I assume you don't want a Transhuman here either because that would eat up all your command points.
Yep.
The 4s into 3s is where they really whiff, and they're only going to kill like 1 guy here when I kind of need them to kill 2 or 3. I don't really expect more than that though. Oh man, it's difficult. And 4s. Okay, not bad. It's definitely, I'll take literally anything average and above. I will never complain about that. That was a good roll. These are 3s to wound. There's strength 6. Ah, there we go. Okay, never mind. They haven't failed me yet this game. So that's 7 when he hits with raise at AP 2. 3 failed, 5 up is a dead Primaris Marine.
Yes.
So that kills off, oh, 4. All right, that does hurt that unit quite a bit. 4 the Primaris die. 2. 3. And 4. Yeah, now you don't have to worry. The coherency isn't as tight for them. You don't have to worry about it too much. I assume you would like the counteroffensive, not over here, but somewhere over here. It's the Dreadnought or the Death Company. So the Dreadnought's good because each punch kills a Wraith. But the Death Company have a bajillion attacks. So I'll leave it up to you. It's going to be because of the counteroffensive stratagem. Absolutely mandatory to always save 2 if you're playing a close combat army. I wasn't too sure if you go Dreadnought or Death Company. So in my mind, or you can go to the Chaplain too, but that one doesn't make as much sense. But the Death Company, the Dreadnought has a lot of value if he punches Raise down, but they have a 4 from vulnerable save, and he has a limited amount of attacks. So there's room for whiffing there. Whereas these guys have like a concentrated amount of attacks, so there's not really a big whiff for them, but they won't do the damage he'll deal to them.
Yes.
It's a higher risk, higher reward kind of idea with him.
Yes, because these guys are definitely not going to be able to prevent the Necrons from flowing through, but if I can kill at least 1 or 2 Wraiths...
That's 1 or 2 less Wraiths you're dealing with, right? Yeah.
Especially considering that these guys have to do something, and I'd rather not them get consolidated into it.
Well, this Dreadnought will get 1 extra attack for Savage Echo, and 1 extra attack for Shock Assault on top of his, I think, 4. 6 attacks for that Dreadnought. The Savage Echo's kicking in. Let's see how big it is. 3s to hit. Okay, it's average. And these are 2s to wound with a +1 to wound, I might add. Ooh. Ah, there we go. All 4 go through. Now, the Wraiths are slippery. Let's see if they Wraith form it. Ooh, they do. I don't want to lose a single Wraith. I'm going to command point that. I do. They just phase completely out, but I do go down to, I think, 5 remaining command points. It's unfortunate, but I think that was the right call because the Lamenters are on the ropes. They have to go for those higher risk, higher reward plays. If you could have punched 4 raids down, I just lost a lot of power on that flank. Since there's no counter-offensive threat, I'll just go ahead with these raids. 1 will attack the Chaplain because it has to, 1 will attack the Death Company because it has to, and then 3 will attack the Dreadnought because they must. This will be the attacks into the Dreadnought first. Yeah. These hit on 4s, sorry. Well, it's been hitting on 4s all game. And then these are strength 6, so 5s. We have 2 wounding hits at AP 2. So 2 5-up saves. Oh, these are 1 damage each, but that is enough to kill the Dreadnought. Yes. But do I hit something critical, and does his reactor blow? No, not quite. He just kind of...
In fact, the opposite of that.
He just kind of falls over dead, yeah. We have the 4 attacks into the Chaplain. We have 1 hit, no wound. And then we have the 4 attacks into the Death Company, which is 2 hits and 1 wounding hit at 5-up save on the Death Company. And that's going to be... I think they have, like, the Black Rage is a thing.
And then 6-up Black
There's
Rage.
2 of them because it's 2 damage. Okay, 1 Death Company guy does... So who's dying?
You can lose 1 not chain sword.
Yeah. And then we're going to go with the Lich Guard, who are going to pile in. And then we're only going to get 2 of them attacking now, downwards, because he's within an inch of the wall. This guy's not fighting, nor is that guy. So we have 8 of them swinging into the Death Company. I'll just do this twice. Here we have 3s to hit, And I don't need to disruption field or anything like that. Oh, there's a 2 in there. And these are 3s to wound. So far we have 5 wounds on the first half. And then the second half is going to be, so this plus 5, eh? So we're gonna add in 5 dice there. That many saves on those death companies. These are only 1 damage each, but these are 6-up armor. So pretty much a 6-up rerollable because of the Black Rage. So, okay, not a single 6, Matt. There you go. So reroll that. Black Rage.
Time.
Okay, you made 1 this time. So that kills 1, 2, 3, 4. Kills them all off.
Yep.
They get cut down by the Lich Guard. And it leaves just the Chaplain remaining.
In a sea of green.
And a sea of green, yeah. We will consolidate deeper in, and we'll just engage that Chaplain. And that's it. The Chaplain can retaliate. Well, I gotta do my War Overlord. I'll do that later. We're over here. We might as well fight back with the Chaplain. Choose to hit with the 6 attacks because the Savage Echoes. They all hit. Very nice. And these are 2s to wound because I charged him plus 1 wound. And oh wow, very nice. That's 6 wounding hit. Oh, sorry. Who are these into?
These are into the raids.
The raids, okay. And yeah, it's strength 6 normally. That's why it's winning the raids on 2s. These are 4-ups. Make 2 of them. So every pair is these are 2 damage each. That's a dead wraith. That's a dead wraith. So we're gonna lose you and you. Oop, and let's see if they reanimate. So that's 6 dice. And I'm gonna get back and oh, not even close to one of them coming back. Not even close. He did very good damage to them, and that's where they end up. Where was that? I guess I'd have to keep you because I'm gonna break my coherency if I really think about it. Because that guy is not coherent of 2 models, so we're gonna have to keep coherency and just take that guy instead. All right, we did it. We're done over here. We have to resolve a few of the attacks over there. The Overlord is going to pile in a little bit, but not really much. And then we have 4 attacks with that War Scythe. Boo, 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 boo. Res Orb is looking kind of silly right now. We have a miss, and these are 5s to wound. Blam. 1 wounding hit, no save, 2 damage, bringing it down to 10. It's AP 4. And because they were charged, they get Savage, well, they have Savage Echoes already, but Shock Assault. So it's gonna be 4, 8, 12, 16 attacks, plus 2 on the Sergeant, so 18 attacks, because he's got a Chainsword as well as both the extra attack for being a Sergeant. Being on, 3s.
Force to wound.
7 saving throws. Now we've lumped the Chainsword in there now because it's the Assault Doctrine and the regular Marines have AP. So these are just 4-ups. That is going to finish off a Wraith. So 1 Wraith is dead. And yes, that's actually, we'll reanimate. Oh my God.
Just, hi, just stay.
Holy crap, guys. You're not gonna bother moving. I'm just gonna keep you right there.
Not to be.
And that was not ideal.
Not to be.
So we have morale. They could fail because they lost, I believe, 4 of their Marines. 4 plus a d6, you're gonna roll an 9. That will be a run. So not the Sergeant, obviously. And rolling 3 more dice, and only on 1s because they shall know no fear will they run. And you got a 3 and a 6 and a 4. That means the rest are holding. They are resolute, unlike their brother. As for objectives, I still maintain control of this 1 treasure of the Aeon. I would not have been able to get this one. I guess I could have charged with the flayed ones, but I didn't want to expose them yet. That's why I didn't charge. And so we get 2 points for this treasure of the Aeons because we're still able to bully the Marines off of it. And the rest of mine are, we get Retrieve Octarius data, which we've completed now in that table quarter. So this is the only table quarter remaining for Retrieve Octarius data, which I need them lined up to do because that's the only infantry I have over here. But the Immortals could make their way over there as well as infantry. And then this guy might just, the Stalker's pretty much done for the rest of the game, so the Stalker might just fall back here and just stand on that objective, I guess. Lamenter turn 3, we're going to gain a command point, and the command phase, you're going to get 2 points for data intercept because you own 2 of the objectives, and that means you also get 5 points for the primary. That should be it for the command phase. The Chaplain's still alive. He might as well give himself Mantra of Strength on a 3-up.
Absolutely.
He's got no one to inspire nearby.
Liz.
So it's going to be a 3+ on this litany here. Anywhere works. Hey, there we go. Litany Inspiring. He will have +1 attack and it's like extra damage, extra strength, extra attack. He's just better himself personally. For movement, we're going to start with the captain and the tacticals beside him. They're moving aggressively towards wraiths. The wraiths that have fought all game and have gotten me many points. My MVPs, without a doubt.
Yes.
Razorback.
So this Razorback's going to back up this way.
Make a wall. I get it. Very Iron Warrior of you. I enjoy it. And what about this Razorback?
This Razorback is going to rotate the turret and then move over here to get line of sight.
Okay. He's going to gun down some raids.
Yes. Hopefully.
Ideally.
We will see.
Tacticals move forward. And then the priest is going to stay there to data intercept and keep trying to steal as much data from that Necron node as he can.
Yes.
That should be it for movement. We're on to shooting because we got no space magic.
Yes.
This guy must shoot the Rays or the Overlord. So you could start with him if you want. I think they might have bolt pistols to fire as well.
They do.
Bolt pistols first.
So 3 bolt pistols.
Yep.
Hitting on.
The 1-5 hits. It might have been 4s because of the dense terrain. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been 4s. It's just 3s. But if you have a hit wounding on a 5, that is a... Nope, that's a 3. There's like a 1 there to reroll for the hit roll, Captain. Okay, never mind.
Doesn't matter.
All right, Repulsor, who's going to fire literally everything. And might I remind everyone who's watching, let's not forget what he did last turn by firing literally everything. He killed 3 Necron warriors.
Yes.
We're going to fire into the Rays. Now, the heavy weapons will be -1 to hit, but about half of it is not heavy. Well, the Stormbolters aren't heavy, I guess. What do you want to start with?
So let's do the heavy bolters first.
Okay.
So 6 dice hitting on 4s.
6 dice on 4s. Okay, we got 3 hits, very average.
Yeah, 4s to wound.
We got a pair of wounds. That is going to be AP enough to put me at my Wraith form, which I will make 1 save, and I'll make the other save as well. They are carrying me, guys, super hard.
Nails.
The Iron Hail Stubbers. These are also heavy, so 4s. Okay, it only makes 1 of them miss. 3 will go through, and these 3 are going to wound on 5s. We have a wound, which I will take a damage from. I'll just keep track of this up here until I lose Wraith. It's going to be the one in the back there, if anyone's curious. And then we have the
Onslaught Galley Cannon.
Oh yeah, it's like 12 shots from that bad boy. It should be 12 more. It should be 6 more shots. Boop. Oh, you've only been throwing 6 dice this whole time. You know what? Those 3 warriors would be even more dead then. There we go. So a few more shots. I don't think it would have mattered too much. The warriors that you were shooting at were already killed. I don't know if 6 more shots would have killed off the 3 to force the rapid fire. I think it all works out here. But hey, this way we got 4 hits that wound on 3s. Okay, we have a single wound. That's the repulsor we know and love. Oh, we take a damage though. Stormbolters, 12 shots. On 3s because it is a rapid fire.
Wounding on 5s, and...
We only had 1 miss there, but we have 3 wounding hits. 3 plus saves because there's no AP on that. That's going to finish off the Wraith and put a wound on another one. He's done firing, so we all know what time it is. Oh, we did it! We failed to reanimate. And then this one will have... we'll say this one's got 2 wounds left. And then we're going to put all the shots from that Razorback and the 5 flayed ones back there.
Right, so grays are the Stormbolter, white is the Assault Cannon. Assault Cannon's wounding on 3s, and then Stormbolter's wounding on 4s. AP -1 for all of these.
2 Stormbolter saves and that many Assault Cannon saves. So the Stormbolters, I'll just do...
AP nothing.
So that's 1 dead little warrior, and I have 6 more saves on the Assault Cannons. 5 ups. There's no way I survived this, right? Oh, wow.
1 of them is alive.
1 of them is alive! So of the 4 that are there, 2 of them reanimate, 2 of them die. Oh, this is where I'm going to be a little cheeky with the Necron reanimation. So 4 of them die, and then 2 of them are going to reanimate. Double checking, that's 2. And then everything from this Razorback into the Canoptic Graves, who are not engaged right now. Not to roll off camera here, but the Grays were the Stormbolters, and the white dice are the Assault Cannons. So we're just looking for 3s to hit here. Not a bad roll. And then the wounding roll. What we got for wounds? We'll do a 3-up save against the Stormbolter, I suppose. That's a pass. Boop. And then I have 4 Wraith form saves. I will... Ooh, that kills a Wraith. That's it for its shots, so reanimate. Nope, not quite. Got a third of the way there. Well, for coherency purposes... Well, I guess we don't have to be in range of 2 models anymore, so I guess I could have pulled that guy earlier, but it's okay. I'm still going to pull... No, we're going to pull you, actually. All right, who's next?
Tactical squads are going to go into the raids.
Does one go? Is the guy firing the bolt gun twice? Is he going to throw a crack grenade or a bolt gun?
Sergeant's going to fire twice, and then...
Yeah, he's got the Stormbolter, yeah. I just say throw a crack grenade can kill 1 Wraith on his own.
Yes. 1 Bolter's going to drop his bolt shots for a crack grenade, so crack grenade hitting on 4s.
That is a hit, and wounding on a 3.
And then wounding on 3.
Yeah, might as well do that one separate. Boop, wounds, and ooh, I fail my save. I'm going to command point that. Okay, I passed it. Can you knock me down to 4, please? So I'm at 4 command points, and I don't want to lose a Wraith there.
Plasma and Bolters.
Oh, the plasmas. Oh, were we? Yeah, I guess we're going to supercharge the plasma. Oh, were we going to supercharge the plasma? It's 2 damage each if you do, that's the thing. But I'll let Matt do it in hindsight, it's all good. It makes the most sense to do it.
Supercharged plasma, and then...
I would do it regardless. And then these, those hit on 3s.
Yes, so these are hits, and then to wound.
Yeah, and the green ones wound on 3s, and the white ones wound on 5s. Oh, the green ones both wound as well. And I passed both the saves on the green ones. And then 6 on the white one. 6 saves there, which are all 3-ups. And Oh, not a single damage. Tank it. Chaplain will fire a bolt pistol. I think it's an absolver.
Absolver bolt
It's an
pistol.
absolver, that's right.
Freeze.
That is, well, he's having a hard time. He's too busy parrying attacks.
Yeah.
No ranger line of sight really from these tacticals, so we are going to go on to charging. Where do you like to begin?
So we're going to start with the captain charging these guys.
Capitan with his relic blade is going to go 7 inches, or 8. He's a blood angel. He will make it in for sure. And the tacticals, same idea with the +1. They go 4. Interesting. Are they within 5? It might be. All right, there they go. Barely making it in. The blood angel trait helping out quite a bit there. And that's it for them charging. Are you going to charge into the raise now with those tacticals? Going to charge in, try and do some damage to them. What'd you get?
So,
9 to 10?
9,
Yeah, they get
yes.
to go up to 10.
So we're going to fight over here first. That's going to be the first one.
Alrighty, because we do have counter-offensive, so we're going to opt to fight over there first. We have a chainsword on the sergeant and then 4 regular homies. Because the Savage Echo is 17 attacks, hitting on 3s.
On 4s.
Because +1.
Wow.
Is that not great? I can't. Oh wow!
it is not.
Wow! 6 saving throws. These are at -1 because Assault Doctrine. That's going to wound a wraith down to 1 wound.
You're going to
Down to 1.
intervene
I'm
with.
going to spend 2 command points on counter-offensive. I'll go down to 4, and we're going to fight with these wraiths. 4, I mean 2. Now, this one's within. They have to be within a half an inch of him, so he's going to attack, and he's within half an inch of them. So he's also going to attack the new tacticals I showed up. This one's just going to put attacks into the Primaris. Just because why not? I don't want to attack the captain just because he gets a reroll save. You got a command play for a reroll. It's going to be superficial damage. Plus, they have a lot of attacks. So these are the attacks and the tacticals that charged. We have 4 hits. Always average is good. 3 wounds, pretty average overall. 3 saves on the tacticals at 5 up. 5 plus.
Saves.
That kills off all. Well, not all 3. It kills off 3 of the tacticals over here that did charge in. Boop, boop, boop. And then 4 attacks into the Primaris on 4s. Oh, beautiful. And 3s. 2 wounds at -2. So 2 5-ups on the intercessors.
Yeah, but protects.
One of them dies. Not the sergeant. Yeah, it makes sense. Boom. Not bad at all. Do those 2 tacticals first. 7 attacks from those 2 Marines because Savage Echoes is awesome. Reroll the 1s because the captain's nearby, so 2 rerolls. Good job, Captain.
And then 4s to wound.
3 of them. 2 4+ saves. I'd like to make 2 of them. Oh, I do. I take 1 damage. That's you down to 1. All right. The Capitan is next because he charged as well. He's fancy. He's got 4 attacks normally, +1 for Shock Assault, +1 for Savage Echoes with his Relic. Is that Relic Blade?
Yes.
Should be a Relic Blade. Hitting on 2s. 1 miss. And these are Strength 5? Are they normally 5 on the Relic Blade?
Good strength.
Strength 7 with the Relic Blade, which means he's winning on 2s because he's a blood. Well, he's a Lamenter, but good luck.
By the angel.
Oh, you do have your foresight. You could re-roll 1 because he's not going to get attacked anymore, so you might as well re-roll that with his Warlord trait. He gets 1 of those per player turn. Nice, 5 wounds. These are AP super good, so let's go with Wraith form. Whew. So we pass 1, and these are D3 damage or 2 damage?
They are D3, I believe. One second.
That is 1 dead Wraith for sure. There are 2 damage, so that 1 will kill the Wraith off. That'll kill another Wraith off, and this will bring a Wraith to 1 singular wound. Interesting. He's got 1 wound left. Those 2 die. That's it for his attacks. We have the reanimation roll. Can they do it?
Stay dead.
What's that roll? What's that die underneath that? That's a 3 or something. Oh, it's a 2. Okay. No reanimate.
Stay dead.
They are dead as dead can be. These guys can finally breach onto the objective with the breachable because the way was open. So they were within 2. They were able to fight my Wraith because of the defense line rule. I'm within. They're touching the wall. They're within 2 of the Wraith. They're able to pile in and fight normally. Breach through it and get some swings in.
Okay, 4 for that guy.
Yeah, because
4 for the sergeant, 2 for the regular marine.
Is it Savage Echoes only if they charge?
Yes.
Ah,
or
okay.
our charge.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, 2 and 4. 6 attacks. Can they finish that Wraith off? If they don't, well, I'll reroll the 1. Bad things might happen because I got a Res Orb nearby them. I believe I can use that. These are winning on 5s because they didn't charge.
Yes.
Oh ho ho! The heroes. Oh, no reroll either, so that does kill him. You have finished off the raids on this side.
After all of that,
Absolutely.
it's finally gone.
3 turns of trying to kill them, they're out of here. And then I would have been able to go with one of my things before them. Did the chaplain already fight?
He is not.
The chaplain probably would have gone before them. So we'll let you go ahead and resolve the chaplain first. Just because, oh, actually, I guess I would have had a fight before them. So, like, the way it works is all the chargers finish. I would have had a fight. I wouldn't have gone over here. I would have gone with the Lich Guard attacking the chaplain.
Yep, so you can...
Able to get more in here than I thought I would have against the chaplain. So the proper order of this, if anyone was curious, you would have finished your charges over there, because I did the counteroffensive over here. These guys can't, no, I did the counteroffensive over there. Those rays got wiped out. And then I would have had my non-charger like to pick, which would have been these Lich Guard first, and then those intercessors would have gone. So the Lich Guard here are going to go, they pile in. They actually can balance on the stairs, which is nice. So we got 3, these 2 are within half an inch of him, 4, 5, because he's within an inch. 6, 7, because they're within an inch and vertically down as well. So we have 7 attacks on the Chaplain. 21 attacks from the 7 Lich Guard on 3s. It's a 3s and 3s kind of game, and these are going to go right to his Rosarius save. And 3s, because we are strength 6. 9 4+ saves on that Chaplain. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage and die. All right. Well, his fate was sealed anyways on next turn, but I'll just do it a little bit early. Boom. Nice. Oh, you're a monster. It's okay. I'm going to consolidate them a little bit closer towards these guys. Yeah, they're going to consolidate and spill out in that direction. And then the intercessors would go pile into my wraiths over there and finish them off. And then it's my pick again, which I would technically go with the Overlord, but I don't expect that repulsor to do any damage, and I'm already over here. So I'm just going to pile in and fight with the raids. Rah, raids, do bug things. Fill that gap. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to be 12 attacks into the tacticals. On 4s. Wraith. Nice. Good job, buddies. 1 more than average. Love it. 3s. 5 at -2. Every fail is a dead Marine. That is going to kill 4 of them. The Sergeant stands alone. I assume.
Yes.
Boom, boom. And then I will consolidate a little bit. That's where they'll end up with a 3-inch consolidate. That's it for that fight. The Repulsor gets to go and beat up my Overlord now, or attempt to.
Yes.
Repulsor, 6 attacks.
Hitting on 6s.
Yeah,
it's a tank.
Hey,
oh boy.
2 hits.
Strength 8.
Still 3s to wound. My Overlord. That's a wound. It does the damage. I'm not going to bother marking it because it's got living metal. It's going to heal a wound on my next turn.
Yes.
If you did 2 damage, I would mark it. I am going to swing back with you, who not really able to move because we're pretty dang close as we can get. These are 2s. So is 1. And these are 5s. Ooh, we got 1 in. That's 2 more damage. Down to 8 because it's AP4.
It's been bracketed. No.
Oh, did we get him?
Yes.
Aha! Take that. Doing a little Baron over here. You definitely won this side, but I'm going to try my best to win it back. And I'm going to keep pushing into your territory as much as I can. But at the end of the turn, you do have Stranglehold. You did get it.
Yes.
Wait, do you have to have more? I got to look at that. You do have 3 of the objectives. I don't know if that, I think you have to have more than me though, because I also control 3 of the objectives. So you do need more than me on that Stranglehold. So it's hold 3 and more than your opponent. So your other one was you're currently collecting data. So you'll get 3 points for that unless I'm able to deny some of that. And then the other one was the Kill My Overlord, who's just kind of dangerously close to your Warlord. So I could give you a free 15 points because that guy will beat this guy up in combat eventually. Because he's got the Armor Indomitus and the Gift of Foresight. So he has a lot of rerolls on saving throws in addition to command point rerolls. But that will be the end of the 3rd battle round. Currently the score is heavily in the Necron favor. It's currently 47 scored points right now to 8 scored points. But both sides could get more points towards the end of the game. So we're going to go into the 4th battle round now. Vengeful Stars goes away. We get Conquering Tyrant. And we are Satek. So we get Directive 1 and Directive 2. Pretty much auras and abilities my units have go up to 12-inch range this turn. And, but I'm not really going to be able to utilize that. I have to pick my directives at the beginning of the game. So I have no idea what the effect is going to be when like the 4th turn comes up. But heck, if that guy, if there's something within 12, well, no, he's a bad example. But if the Technomancer had longer range, the healing ability, or maybe a bigger range aura on, you know what, whatever. It's not a great one. I won't lie. But my units can fall back and shoot at -1 to hit, so that's going to be relevant to this Overlord at least. And then for my command phase, you have nothing to tell the fallback, shoot, and charge because there's nothing nearby that needs to. There's nothing that's core that I can get +1 hit because flayed ones are not core. And I guess that nothing to heal with the Technoman. I brought him just to shoot the Voltaic Staff, I guess. I brought him to like heal the Overlord. He wasn't in a position to really take much damage. That guy wasn't getting shot at. And I decided to go with the Lich Guard because I thought the Warriors were going to get killed in one volley. So I figured I'd just pop a Lich Guard back every turn. And then I could support the Immortals behind it, but that never happened either. So my command phase is done. I will score points though. I have 3 of the objectives, not more than the Lamenters, so I only get 10 points there. And I hold 3 of the objectives, so my flayed ones performing the action in that corner are going to give me 3 points for the data intercept, which puts me at 12 for that. I have to keep fighting for the treasures of the Aeons, so again, these 3 objectives. And then I need to complete Retrieve Octarius data this turn or the next turn in this quarter. I got these guys. I need to pump more infantry in this direction as well, so I'll probably try and focus on that for now. We're going to go into the movement phase, though, where these flayed ones are going to move. They're not core, so they only move 5. They don't get the bonus move. They aren't able to retrieve Octarius data this turn, so we're going to go ahead and advance them, because I don't even care about... Do I care about that? Never mind. I forgot last turn measuring it. They just had to do a regular move to get... The 6 inches is right here. This is where the half of the table is. So they are more than 6 inches away from this table quarter over here. That means they're able to retrieve Octarius data this turn in this quarter. Those ones are probably just going to move and retrieve Octarius data. This Stalker is going to move back, and these Immortals are going to move forward. In fact, we're probably going to advance the Immortals. We're going to move you first, though. Move there, and then because his March Aura is 9 with that Warlord trait, love that Warlord trait on the Royal Ward, by the way, we are going to advance them an extra 4. So they get to go 6 plus 4 for 10. So they end up with their advance. I could have got a couple models on the objective, I just want the one. And then the Stalker moves 10 inches to this table quarter just to take a couple of pot shots at this bad boy. You've moved, you're gonna rod, and then you're gonna move as well. We're gonna move you back to over here. We're gonna do a little... You're technically like this. This is the position you take with your big old move. You can have those objectives. I'll get them back later. After the Overlord moves, the last things to move are over here, and we're going to try and do as much damage as we can with those rays. I will Living Metal that ray, so it's up to 2 wounds, and then this Overlord would have the Catacomb Command Barge would have did Living Metal at this point as well. We're on to this side of the table now. One Lich Guard fell over. We'll fix him in a moment. Pretty much what we're going to do is these rays are going to fall back with their Wraith form, end up somewhere around here, and just charge and gum things up, and then the flayed ones are going to come on in as well. And then the Lich Guard are going to take up this position and charge through the breach. Moving the Lich Guard forward, they actually got Relentless March, because the Royal Warden way on this side has a 12-inch aura of Relentless March. 3 for the Warlord trait and 3 for the Conquering Tyrant, making it a maximum of 12, which does hit them over here. They got to move 6. And then you're moving here. And then the last thing to move, I suppose, will advance. No, they're not going to advance them because they can't perform the action. They're just going to move and scuttle around this to, they're going to stab it with their flensing blades and retrieve data for sure. The Immortals are going to move forward. All right, that's where the Immortals end up. We're going to go on to shooting, where I'm going to go. I don't even think an Immortal can see that guy. I would love to shoot him and clear him up, and then the Lich Guard just charge through and get into the Razorbacks. There's no way in heck I see him. So in fact, I'm going to go ahead and advance them. Would you be so kind as to roll the d6 for me? I'll take your roll for their advance. They're going to go an extra 6. Thanks, my man. Boom. That's where they end up with their move. They moved 11 that turn. Again, not fighting, but they're going to remain on the objective. They're hanging out over there at the end of the moon phase. They are going to data intercept, and then officially going to retrieve Octarius data on that final table quarter with those flayed ones. We're going to go on to shooting, and typically always want to start with the important stuff. This Triarch Stalker moved 10 inches backwards to get onto this objective. We are going to spend a command point on, what are we at, 2? No, it's probably not worth it at this point. We're going to take a couple of shots at that repulsor. It is negative on hit, though, because of the dense terrain in the way, obscuring parts of the model. Hey, we're back over here. These are hitting on 4s. Okay, not bad. And then these wound on strength 7, so 5s. Oh, got nothing. But he's targeted, so anything that shoots at him will reroll hit rolls of 1. So we are going to go ahead and fire the Overlord, who is able to move, fall back and shoot because of the command protocol. And it's 3 shots at 3s because it's -1 also on top of that. Hey, nice. 5s to wound. Oh, 2 wounding hits at AP 3, not 4. We don't have Vengeful Stars active. So 2 6-ups. Ooh, failing both. This is going to be a total of 2 damage. Well, that's almost worth a command point, but I'm not going to do it. So down to 6. Got to keep those 2 for a counteroffensive if I need it somewhere. We are going to go ahead with the Royal Warden, cracking some shots in him because we can't see the Marines. This kind of blocks it. The repulsor blocks it. It's like too much of a stretch to get the shots in. So let's see if the Royal Warden can light this guy up a little bit. Reroll the 1 because it was targeted by the Stalker. Didn't help. And 5s. 1 more at AP2. Oh no! 1 singular 5 up. Ooh, 2 more damage down to 4. We're getting them. Bloop. And then the Immortals are just going to unload into him as well. See if we can't get through that 3 up. I was trying to figure out how many of them are -1 for the dense terrain, but we got to remember, they advance, so they're all -1 to hit. First to hit. We got the extra hits in there because of the 6s, and these are 5s with no AP. We have 3 wounding hits. 3 3-up saves. 2 damage. He's got 2 wounds left. He's still kicking.
Holding on.
Look at him go. That's it for my shooting over here. We do have the Voltaic Staff, who's going to put it into that one single Marine. Bye-bye, Marine. 3s. Okay, well, that is an extra 4 hits because of the Voltaic Staff. These are 3s to wound. Very cool, very cool. 6 AP2 saves on that Marine, 2 damage each. I believe in him, right?
Yes. As do I.
He stops 2 of them and it takes 8 damage. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he is very dead. All right, that will be it for shooting. We're gonna go on a charging. They can't charge. The Immortals could charge into this bad boy. Heck, why not? Hell, oh, they advanced. They can't charge. Retrieving data, so all my charges over here are moot because you fell back. You can only fall back and shoot, not charge. Over here, though, the Lich Guard are gonna. Well, we'll do the Raise declaring a charge against. We'll say the Razorback, as well as the Sanguinary Priest. We're gonna overwatch that. I probably should go with the Lich Guard first, but we'll do it the Raise anyways. And we're gonna keep that, just those 2 targets, I think. All right, the green are the Stormbolters. 6s to hit with everything. We have a Stormbolter hit, and we have a Stormbolter hit. That was it. All right, and does it wound? No. All right, so that was the last Lamenter command point. So we got 2 left for the Necrons. The Rays are gonna charge 10. There, we're gonna have the Flayed ones declare a charge against that Razorback. Because they're insane. 6, yeah, just throw them. They should be within 7. Just throw the 1 guy into the 1 Razorback and then have the other guys daisy chain behind him. And then lastly, we'll have the Lich Guard declare a charge against that Razorback. They're gonna charge 6, which should be good enough to get in. Thank you. All right, so charging in there. I'm just gonna fight first over here. I'll go with the Wraiths. I'm gonna put, no, we'll do the Lich Guard first. All the attacks into the Razorback. And we are going to activate the disruption fields as well, making them strength 7, so we can wound it on 4s. 7 are available to attack again for 21. Similar pattern, familiar pattern. 3s! And because of the disruption fields, 4s. Doesn't matter, we had 1. 5 6+ saves. Well, the armor saves 1, so 4 wounds go through. It being a Razorback should have 6 wounds left. 2 remaining wounds, then we're gonna go with the Wraiths. I'm gonna put all 3 of them attacking the Sanguinary Priest. Crap that, only 2 of them are arranged to attack the Sanguinary Priest. 1 will attack the Razorback. The Sanguinary Priest gets hit somehow 6 times. He's too busy focusing on the objective. And he gets wounded 3 times at -2. And 5 up saves. He takes 4 damage. But does he have a 6 up feel no pain being a doctor? I'm not too familiar with the Sanguinary Priest. I don't actually know if he gets this because he's doing an action right now, but don't just roll 6s and it won't matter. No, it matters. I can't do the Narthisium while trying to perform the action. The action's only ever failed if he shoots or charges. So he does die, unfortunately. And that's why these guys weren't getting the feel no pain either, because he was performing the action. I'm just gonna go ahead and resolve the attacks into the Razorback over there with the remaining Wraith, who is within half an inch of that. We have a single hit, and oh, we do wound at -2. 5 up. Oh, you're good. No damage there. And then we have the. I'm not even gonna roll the Flayed one attacks. They're just there. I just charged him for the sake of charging him. I'm not gonna bother. You can fight back with that Razorback and that Razorback.
So 3 attacks each, hitting on 6s from this Razorback into those guys.
Yep, that one is not bracketed. We have a hit. Actually, he would have 1 more attack as a shock assault.
Right.
Huzzah!
No.
That's that driver training right there. And that's a 1, of course.
The other one?
My Flayed ones, no. One more attack because I charged it. Ah, no. All right. That is the end of my fourth turn. Yeah. We have no morale to do. For scoring, I complete Retrieve Octarius data in this quarter. That will give me 12 victory points for doing all 4 table quarters. And the rest will, Treasures of the Aeons, I do. I have this objective and that objective, so I'll get 3 points for treasures. I don't have this one. All right, we're on turn 4 for the Lamenters. We both have a command point. Unfortunately, domination style mission, you're only on the 1 objective, so no points for that. And the data intercept was canceled because I murdered the Sanguinary Priest. So No points there. This is a final hurrah for those who remain, and what epic deeds they can try and get towards. Hey, you know what? At this point, I will definitely do the Warlord fight if you want.
I feel like it's going to have to be it, because that's the only thing that can reasonably happen.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm in a pretty comfortable, I'm in a cushy position, so I'll go for the cool Warlord fight. He's got the armor Indomitus, but I'll try.
These guys will fall back.
Yeah, like just they're gonna fall back. This guy's gonna shoot guns hitting on 5s. That's not gonna do anything.
Yes.
These guys are gonna stay on the objective, charge, not do anything. The only thing worth any interest is, so they're trying to show up around the captain, and then the Overlord on the barge. She actually jumps off of the barge, and then she hits a button somewhere on her hip, and then she flashes out of existence, and so does the captain. So all of the Lamenters are confused, and they're trying to radio the captain, and I'm going to place them up here. They're not actually up there, they're inside of the complex, deeper into the Tomb World. And then the Overlord laughs. She laughs, and the captain, is confused. But the captain, obviously being a Marine, quick thinking, immediately charges, starts defending himself, and starts fighting. And it's just her, personal chambers, we'll say, or somewhere underneath the tomb complex. And we're gonna go ahead and do a good old-fashioned fight. Let's just say, who goes first here? We'll roll off to see who goes first. Boom. I got a 5. A 5. Okay, dang. 5. Huh. I rolled another 5 afterwards. Okay, just say. All right, we'll count it as I get the charge. Okay. It doesn't affect me so much. It just means I get to fight first. You will still get all your charge bonuses.
Yes.
The captain's gonna hit something on his power armor, activate something somewhere, the armor Indomitus, 3-up invulnerable save, which is hard to get your hands on these days in Warhammer 40k. So it is a once per game artifact. You also have the Gift of Foresight Warlord trait. And then the relic was the armor Indomitus, that's right. So we hit on 2s with our Overlord. We have a miss, which, yeah, sure, I'll just keep the miss. These are strength 7, so these went on 3s. And these go right through any armor you have. Well, kind of, but you have your 3-up invulnerable save, so 2 3-ups. All right. You fail 1, it's 2 damage, you have 3 wounds remaining. As he defends himself, she slashes at him 4 times, and one of the blows does a little bit of damage, but he himself gets 6 attacks because of Savage Echoes. 2s to hit.
So let me bring 2s to hit, strength 7.
So these are our 2s to hit, 2s to wound.
Yes.
And you do have a reroll if you want. Oh, you have you could have used your foresight on the reroll on the save if you wanted to.
Yeah, so let's reroll that
Yeah,
save.
just before you do an attack. So here's a d6 or the reroll, whatever you want to do there. 3+. Okay, it works. So he actually takes no damage. He's seen that blow coming and anticipates it and dodges. Now the actual attacks, but there'll be no rerolls for these attacks. So 2s, we have a miss. And then these are 2s to wound because the Blood Angels or Lamenters, either one, take your pick. And, they all go through. And these are phase shifter attacks. So, sorry, I have the phase shifter. Sorry, I have 4 invulnerable save as well on her. So I make 3 of them. These are normally 2 damage each, but her Warlord trait is -1 damage. So she just takes 2. So she has 3 wounds left now. As she charges in, the captain foresees the attack, dodges away, and riposts, and actually gets a stab through, but her body starts to heal some of that damage. So that's my turn. Now it'll go on to technically the Blood Angel turn, but because of the order, I get to swing first, but there's no charge bonuses or anything anymore. And the armor Indomitus is done, but the Gift of Foresight is active again. Yes. So here we go. Let's see, at reroll, no, 3s. So 2 4-up invulnerable saves because the armor Indomitus is no longer active. But you do have a reroll. I assume we're going to reroll one of those. Right, so we roll 3 1s there because the reroll got into another one. So the captain's going to take 4 damage almost as if the Overlord herself can kind of grasp that he can see the blows coming. So she stops and does a different attack that he doesn't see coming. I don't know. But you get to do your attacks back.
So 4 attacks this
which are only 4 attacks right now on 2s. They all hit. And these wound on 3s because you're still really high strength. So 3 wounding hits. Do I phase in and out of existence? For what I take another damage, I'm down to 2. Not bad. So this is currently where we're at. But now it goes to my turn. But you get to swing first, but I do have living metal. So I go up to 3. But you have your attacks first. And you could use a reroll here on these if you wanted to, or you could save it for your your saves.
I will use it on the attack.
You're gonna try and go for the kill here?
Yes.
Okay, well I'd say you just need 3. I need to fail, well you need to see if you wound still, I guess. You do hit on 2s, yeah.
Yes.
So 3s to wound. Oh, it's enough. Okay, I have 3 wounds left. Phase shifter. I take 2. She's got 1 wound left. Wow, that's close. And then she gets to attack with her 4 attacks and her war scythe. Slash, slash, slash. And slash, slash. So 3 4-up invulnerable saves. No reroll with Gift of Foresight because we used it on an attack.
The Emperor protects.
Oh, oh no, the captain gets beat and just captured or executed, lost. And as that happens, the Lamenters are overrun. And the game will come to a conclusion with a Necron victory. Matt and I are going to tidy up a little bit and jump into a post-game for this very long game of Warhammer 40k.
Yes.
Thanks so much for checking out this battle report, everyone. Don't forget, paired with it in the MiniWarGaming Vault, we have a classic matchup of the Necrons up against the Craft World Eldar in a 2,000-point battle report. It is going to be Skari and Luca going head-to-head. If you're curious to check out this game, just click on the link down below, and that will give you access to a 7-day free trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault, where you'll have access to this battle report, as well as many more to go along with it, and of course, many more to come. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Now enjoy the post-game, and we'll see you next time. Boom. All right, well, we cleaned up the dice and like all the utensils and all the tools and all that stuff. Yeah, so like right off the bat, we'll talk about the game and like what we could have done differently and like things like that. I got the first turn, so this was a unique this is how do I word this? You know what I want to say, but there's 2 ways of like really utilizing the first turn. One is completely hammer your opponent if there's not enough terrain on the table with shooting. I don't like that. I don't think anyone likes that. But you know, typically play with a lot more terrain. It's very hard to do that. So I try to go in the other direction where it's dominate the table with durable units. In this case, the Wraiths, the Lich Guard pushing up, the 20 blob of Necron warriors, and just accumulate points. Because in the end, that's all that really matters is the points. And it worked. I got to go first. So technically, going first was a major boon to the Necrons in this one, like an incredibly major boon.
Yes, it was turn 1, and then every single objective that I didn't start on was controlled, and then I spent the next 5 turns trying to slowly fight my way out of a rapidly collapsing box.
Yes, and that was pretty much it. It was, so the Lamenters did, they 100%, as you can see where they are now, they fought their way out of that box, where they got bullied out of their deployment zone and now held this quarter instead. And it's one of those like, I don't know, it's well, I said it off camera, but it's like, would you rather get stuck in against this only works for durable armies. You can't do this with like if I was like Harlequins or Drukhari, you could have just been like, oh, they're dead. Everything's just dead.
Yes.
Dead.
There was a fair number of times where it's like, all right, this is gonna kill it, and then it didn't. It was just
the Repulsor's got to be like the worst valuable player in the game, like just because his rolls are so bad. He kills 3. The first turn, I don't think he does anything really. I think he did like 1 or 2 damage to a Wraith, and then he kills 3 Necron warriors.
And then got locked into
because
I had to, because these are super valuable objectives that I needed to at least get somebody on, because in this game mode, it was, if you touch it, it's yours forever.
Right, exactly.
So I needed to touch it, and the best way to do that was to basically sacrifice one of my...
You actually bring that up. I forgot all about that. I didn't need to move the stalker back here. I could have just like left I'd continue like uploading or downloading whatever I'm doing data on this one terminal, but whatever. I still needed to shoot in this direction anyways.
Yes.
But yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that special condition on the scenario.
So yes, and then I didn't get a lot out of my captain, who I built to be a melee person, and then just there was no fighting that he was able to take part in.
Well, you know what? It was him who pretty much took out the Wraiths. I think he killed 2 and almost finished the 3rd one off. Yes. And then the Intercessors were able to clean up the job there. So that...
Although there was... I definitely could have used characters more, because I ended up with a Sanguinary Priest just chilling on this objective, which admittedly got me more points, but at the same time, there was some people he probably could have saved over here.
Right.
And not had the wave crash over this side.
It just really felt like I felt like I cheated and had too many models, but I checked my list several times over and over again, and it's just like, I just didn't invest in anything big and pricey. I had no toys, I had boys. So I heavily invested in infantry in this game, like very durable, well, beasts in infantry technically.
Yes. But the toys that I invested in are designed to fight a lot of toys. I've got twin assault cannon twin assault cannon predators and a DACA repulsor, which you would have think would have done something
better than like 5 damage. Like better than 5 damage. Like I saved pretty much every heavy bolter shot. Everything else that went through was like single damage here or there. I think I reanimated 2 or 3 of the wraiths.
I think I killed that wraith unit a couple times over toward when it was all said and done before they finally went down.
I've never reanimated a wraith before on a single dead wraith, and I did it against you, I believe, 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's brutal. That kept like those were my MVPs 100%. That's hard dice. That is just super lucky. The only reason I had the initial influence on this table quarter and these 2 objectives. But you 100% made the right call. Treasure of the Aeons, all 3 over there. This massive gun line, all this firepower. I'm like,
and it just didn't work.
I'm like, well, crap. I mean, those are my objectives. I'm gonna go for my objectives.
Yes.
And I won't lie, I felt super bad that your rolls weren't working that well. So I wanted to give you that one chance over here with the Necron warriors and just to shoot them, like overwhelm them. Now, granted, we did miss about 12 shots with this gun, I think.
Yes. Well, given the rolls, I don't think it would have mattered.
I also kind of agree because it could have killed the 3 warriors. It might have killed, if you had 6 more shots, it would have killed like 1 more warrior.
Which would have then still had to do the rapid fire with the intercessors.
So that wouldn't have mattered.
So yeah, so to kill 20 warriors, it took my entire army and then a command point second attack to push them off of this objective.
Yeah. So it was like me seeing if those warriors could, because if those warriors could have survived, the ultimate feel bad of her cracking her orb of eternity and bringing back about half of what was left,
which would not have been fun.
It would have not been great. No, it's my favorite thing to do. Steve can't freaking stand it.
Yes.
And I get why it's a super feel bad, because it's just like you pour all that firepower into like what seems like a not very durable model, but when there's 20 of them and then they have a feel no pain on top of it, it does add up.
Yes. And the reanimation, particularly these assault cannon Razorbacks, I've known to wipe squads of anybody but Necrons. A 5-man squad of anything but Necrons, I probably would have had no issues just deleting these 5 over here.
Right.
And I killed 4 of them.
And then 2 stood back up.
2 stood back up, and then
it's like, oh, it's all about attrition. It's just like it's like flink away a little bit here or there.
Yes.
Like, like this turn, like turn 1 you'll have a lot of firepower, then turn 2 you have less firepower, more reanimating, less firepower, more reanimating. Then all of a sudden it just becomes futile.
Yes.
And it's just like, there's no point even shooting this tank because I'm just going to reanimate them closer to me. I'm not going to do any actual damage. And then like that's where dread sets in. And it's just the whole idea is like this attritional.
You just have to get what you can and fall back.
Yeah. And it did suck though that I was able to, like the unfortunate major like fact of the game was going first and jumping on all the objectives. I don't want to say the game was over from there, but it was a massive uphill battle off of that right off the rip.
And I was able to eventually control these 2, and I did have somebody here, but there was almost nothing I could do on this side of the table, which just kept racking up points.
Right, exactly. And just like completing my objective over there on those data terminals and just like collecting the data I need, or like I was like counter intelligence against what the Imperium was trying to do. Whatever you want to imagine, I was doing it well over here.
Yes. And I did try. I did send the Outriders over here, and I did send the Death Company and a Dreadnought to just try to hold the line on this side. But by the time I even got to here, there were already people on this objective.
Yeah.
So
I rolled incredibly well in the advances. I pretty much rolled. I think the biggest one were the wraiths that were deployed here-ish, the ones that ended up over here. They rolled that 6 on the advance. I'm like, holy crap, that's an 18-inch move, and they're all going to clutter behind this dense terrain and -1 to hit them. That obviously helped a lot too. There were like a handful of misses because of the dense terrain, like the hitting the wall instead of hitting them. That's what it represents, just the -1 to hit. But yeah, I got a lot of this was luck. I got to go first, and I got all the advance rolls I needed. And that's kind of it. And I was durable. I survived. I rolled good and vulnerable saves. The important ones, like you know what? Something very important to point out: your melta-guns right off the rip, double 1s.
Yes.
On the the multi-melta. That could have killed 2 wraiths, right?
And then wasn't to be.
Exactly. That's Lament.
Yes.
Lament, exactly. Good old Blood Angel Lamenters successor chapter. It's been a while since we've seen them on the channel, so I do appreciate you bringing them out. It is a beautifully painted army. I love any project like this. You can tell there's a lot of heart and soul poured into it.
And on the shoulder pads.
Yeah, like you got like every shoulder pad. There's like 1 Dreadnought that's not on the list. That's not quite complete yet, but he wasn't listed. It doesn't matter. But we have like. Pretty sure these all have, they all have like the little Lamenter on them. Bloop, bloop. I don't know if this guy does.
He does not.
No, not on a door, no. But anyways, the red stripe's a nice touch too, because it kind of brings out a little bit more than just the bland yellow. Is the red stripe like typical Lamenter?
No, that is me wanting to have something that wasn't a solid yellow vehicle.
Right, yeah. I like the red. The red's a good idea. I like that quite a bit. I think the captains. So Matt here has a lot of Kit Bash characters. You only seen a handful of them in this game. There are many more along with it. There's like a Primaris Sanguinary Priest. We have, what else was there?
Primaris Sanguinary Priest, a chaplain and librarian in Terminator armor that I've done, a flamenco caped Smash captain, and even a couple more. So.
Oh, you also have the exclusive Warhammer World. It's like Primaris, Rhino Primaris. What is it called?
Yes.
Oh gosh. And
follow us on Instagram to see them.
Yes, that's right. Dave just posted the Lamenter army. Actually, probably as you're watching this video, you might remember that post, and you might have already followed on Instagram. But there's the Land Raider Excelsior as well.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, I haven't seen that in years, man. Like that, you busted that out. I'm like, oh, that is so freaking cool. They're legends. They're heavily overcosted.
But hey,
Yeah.
it's mine.
Exactly,
So.
and it is very cool looking too. A big fan of that. It's just a cool element. It's like, this is one of my favorite things of the job and the guests who come by to play. I freaking love stuff like this. I always get to play, like, I am blessed, man. I get to play like fully painted armies on fully painted armies, unique armies every time. I get super giddy with, like, the people that come by, they're full of passion. They have all these crazy projects and they have all these cool conversions and they love the game, man. And it's awesome.
Yes. Maybe someday though. Maybe someday wind will go our way. We'll see.
The Lamenters, wait, never, my man.
Yes.
That's breaking canon there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Unfortunately.
Thank you again for coming by. Thank you for the game of Warhammer 40K. It was unfortunately a little one-sided on the score, but there were some heroic moments for the Lamenters in there, or at least attempts at heroic moments.
Just weren't to be.
It wasn't to be, no, not at all. Thank you for coming by, Matt, man. Appreciate it a lot. And thanks everyone for checking out this battle report. Leave some feedback down below what you thought, of course. You know, I'm sure you guys love the Lamenters. Do you guys hate Necrons yet? I don't know. I don't really play them. I play them a lot, but like I try to play them not too much. And I'm playing Sawtech. I'm playing my old school Necrons. The rules aren't the best, but they're my Necrons and I love them. And I got to play with my new raids. That was kind of fun. And yeah, again, feedback down below, guys. And from there, I guess we'll let you go. It's been a long enough video, and my throat hurts. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna wish you all happy wargaming then. Bye-bye now.